ena magye adwa na opanyin kwadwo damiado na dim si abontene magere osai agyeman eboni chidom owo mie na na kwefiri yie na hima esoso etato na pe soso no eye abna frema bankro technical production no esine na so ni nyina emu no soso no engineering team no eye achu agbo worker kwatia kwa na jare na na buaje ada sankroma ono soso yesadmrane se sempro facilities team no big solo and dada and Godfred yaw ai Godfred ne friend Ubrana and apeto Sami na Mapuna DJ Bosco emunyina na yade ko anything was saying a mixture of gospel and then the abenia a high life and then a pro something pro something yentie na momfa aye ejiremu ni nyina ezamfa mame mientie na momfa njiremu ni fa mame watia na yamfa ni se host no wanti aye evi kasa no enti no na wa WhatsApp me what a mixture of gospel high life and pro something still to come and you bet me a share road rage nsema ekwaso ewo yakwaso enadwo ye behwe so and a persecution and ekwaso John Dramani Mahama na ban fufuremu ana eno so ye behwe kwan eno person cut deals sanko obi aye bibia tia wo man no a on pese John Dramani Mahama ban no ebetwe nipa so ye bedwendwene nyina ho We are learning, say, Bunun regional chairman of the MPP, Abronye has been arrested over what claims, over what at all? Yabeba Beshe, Abronye arrested over what? Yabeba Beshe Nina.
Chikunyaka oye afinde lolo do chikure nuje nyaka emeblo chikunyaka oye lolo nezandu mafakona olo lolo nezandu mafakona olo obenu ka emeblo chikunyaka oye afinde lolo
Wukwada September 10 at 8 p.m. President of the Republic John Dramani Mahama the resetting Ghana agenda. Oni Ghana for Bekasa through here for the Ghanaian media and the President of the Republic Ebeshia on Wednesday 8 p.m. September 10. Na yetimia busa President in some no so yetimia yano persecution and the ekwaso the second coming imuana.
Ujilanya, ega tobe mawale foma, utitobe mawale foma. Wameno be mawale foma. Mujilanya. J'ai fouillé, j'ai cherché, j'ai pas trouvé. Mujilanya nous que les gens m'assent, mais oh là, Mujibe m'assent, mais là. Confirme ma wato pour attendre ma ayo. When I'm near my vo, ayadudu nyona musoma vo. Ayo, when I'm near my vo, ayadudu nyona musoma vo. Engato be mawale foma, Mujita be mawale foma. Wameno be mawale foma. Mujilanya, neno vyo nade. Ohana jagbaga, be ya wonuma. Hanyo be na ya seto goro. Obe neno vyo nade. Ohana jagbaga, be ya wonuma. Hanyo be na ya seto goro. Obe hanyo be na ya seto goro. No vie, hanyo be na ya seto goro. Obe hanyo be na ifuta goro. No vie, hanyo be na ifuta goro. Mi webe neno vyo nade. Ohana jagbaga, be ya wonuma. Hanyo be na ya seto goro. Obe machina be maide chinyela ogwa. Ai, madapo huda. Ebe yale ke tutu.
On Facebook Live, NDC Dumso, Wase ADAKABRI. The death toll on our road accidents in President Mohammed's second coming is way too much and getting out of hands. Why is it? Because of what Asiedu Nketia said? Said we are prepared to sacrifice humans. Oyibo Buatin, what's he saying? Or say MPP media patrons. The MPP presidential aspirants should be circumspect in their choice of words. Ninyina Mono, Kusineti Neat, 100.9 FM.
Ay, viviti monele di kunalie. Mauya manolo. Akaya manole. Bora, ole gomya benya. Ase bora, ole gomya benya se. Ole gomya benya. Mbena bora, ole gomya benya se. Ole gomya benya. Alo be bora, ole gomya benya lo. Ole gomya benya lo.
Enti di asem na ehie aye ka kire se aye Bruno regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party aye Abronya DC enei aye prosifo nsa aka no senti ni nyina mu nsem beba Say, Nasemina Azim me confidence kojo. Also enjoying the weather. Meshaka Santi, irresponsible people like Abranya must not be tolerated anymore in the country. Richard Donko, ADAKABRI, if you want to play Efe music, it has to do with the best. This beat cannot be Efe music. Mystic Wonder, also Sania, also good afternoon, ADAKABRI. Keep up the good work. SK Frimpong, Aye, Abroka, also good afternoon, Wapa. The impunities that we face under past MPP administration, God has protected us all. Right, it is every way saying the international shots here. Many Madi na Penny Kojo Miado or no Edna, I mimine down no pebiada or two on say a semi dika or no answer so Enna Ebeka. I no so and wash say a produce show ye a man that can bring Mamudu Osuma meditate say ya Mr. So make it can be and until Penny Memo Atnase.
Yeah, Papa.
You now where dear.
You are doing who you papa.
Okay. And then some of the doors on any ashe. Na road rich. Ubebusa say a dear party to me cost where ya kwan soa. Etimi G and some. Etimi we are home. So be called Unimuno, Usu Nimobi. Na a rich ntokwa bitimi buy and tem. Apede bitimi buy and tem na agi ensem ebi ni sen
ebi ni say as a Ghana hangasa no ye driving no rebrena enye de bia me ka say yes driving but as say ye de nimde kakra eka ho wa wo de efenyansa kakra ka ho driving de uti steer n'anim all right na so kwa na wo de efenyansa kakra nso aka ho esan so bi o wa okwa Udi ne children say nipa onye serious. Onye serious so yes obesa no ho a na wasaba olenu. Ntenu ma etumi ma ntokwa.
It is a judgment.
Yes, ntokwa kra atumi ba. Utuka bu betumi afusa me say aha. Sa wo drive na wo ndi atamana sa wo ye drive okro we mu.
So wo drive no wo ni atam.
E wo Ghana ha.
Na wo ni atam a. It is wo ye drive ni.
Because ade obi ba ye no. Utumi nsi nkobo no. Untumi nsi yare hwe. Untumi fa o ka no so nkotwi no. Esan so so de ni betwi. Nti na obeya se obedi na tem na opa we bi afa.
De obeya ni se obedi na tem na opa obeya bi afa.
Asa.
Can you imagine?
Nti higher driving there in fact. Be even Accra here very bad. Very very bad. Obi wa oko aso onko ojina ko indicate say me call left or right. All of a sudden. Yes. But driving so there mean me hu ni say. Say udi obi enim, say udi obi echi. Na say obi di wachi, and say wo side. Ina ya wo responsibility. E say hu say corner make obi odi menim, you wo mechi, you wo me side. Ina me dwen say me bo mo so mo ho ban. Be
considerate of other road users.
Yes. Nti say one first ade na show trimu a. Oba fi say won kwa na wonam kwa no so. Miwa ebi mso di wachi a, say wo tia break. Kra na say wo say ni odi wachi no, ono so betumi agina.
And so a tailgating or tower to.
Yes.
It just a mirrors na ye de gu car no say baako ni fa baako bonkum baako inside
no
sa anhwehwe no mirror no ye de man say emfanya den
bebre na enim tsana dan ye ka say motorway inner lane ye for speed lane no bebre na enim nti say obesim kura na asab ade baako sa man hu pa ne say this time around so bi eba abehye wanimu a o indicate ya no we rem
so indicate
good
are safe to do so
oh many lady binya this encounter ewo apanko overhead ya so chimoto overhead is a friend wa ya ni me ya o na ono delay na ekọ akotema na befra akọ akotema no na me di middle lane no enti me hu answer all of a sudden
ano be share
menim no di twi me
driver's mirror no
driver's door
no mo
door no a fender to the door no hold the key and a police buy lucky na police one more buy na ya kasa police ni say na den na udi twi abrantie just ababa no nti ne ho ase kra o na bisa why furious na na esia ubefu hu tami o say me indicate say me ba na police say
we indicate ya na who right to enter
na we indicate ya say hu say kwan da ho obi ama o kwan ansa na we rem because baby a the boy no chese your fault because many mu ko na o dey twi me so abai we say da
insurance na yeri nya ye no kwa na ga insurance na enya kwa ka chinyinye de ke bi ma ene kasata
dabi nti ya bebre na don't apply if nyansa nka ho and American no say wo drive yes wo steering wheel ne wo chu car papa bi na so fie nyansa ka ho
ma memo voice bi ncho na frema ebebo ebeyi video
yes to ko Facebook a bo hu say video no so
to ko Facebook na be hu say video no yi ho na me hwe say won kra no say obete ase a what is happening so no enti yen hwe say de be see akro na commentary na watch no the frema ebeyi video no to yi video no na commentary na watch no na me pese utie sa commentary no ti yenti so
Siasem. You know, crazy man. Abum.
Listening to Strong FM.
Hey! Kamu ya chamo. Mi video fitwa ya wumunya. Kamu ya wumunya. Mi video mu fitwa chiro. Me video mu fitwa na me deba. Kamu ya wumunya. Kamu ya wuye. We kamu ya wuye. Mi video fitwa chiro to na mi video na me deba. We ya na mu fitwa na sianya. Chaja na sianya. Ni video fitete o, atoto na video. O ka da share ni fitete na video mu ne bae. Papa. Wo jole na mu tata ga se track for yan. Track ga se yan.
Right. And you kwada me na oti bibi wo wasum.
Nanti and say yen wo studio hanti anti ni yeti so bi oti.
Oti se de obi a oti. E die na asie. Eye nanu fiada. September 5.
Yeah.
Anopa 5:45. 5:45 in the morning. And na VIP boss. What the driver ni mate ne ka ho a nipa 37 edit him.
Na say kitwa ne bi. Ko ka se ne fa 60 plus.
It nipa 37 edit him no. And na o makwa and na trucks mienu. The trucks ni mienu no. O makwa akofro suhum. Overhead na wo no.
Okay.
And na o mu see nti sa video we ya wo hwe no. Truck back odi a chire and na on video second truck no says second truck no wo increasing the speed e chase bus no the bus no so de onim DSC say onim so be chase no because kanya sa na ka bus no ko speed is thin truck no
oh yes
eto omu nyina fa ramp no so omu see ya na omu de akire ye ni fio to whom highways no omu fa ramp no so wie no and na for the truck ni dimrika na oh I also a double road door carriage
yes
in the truck ni sign bus no ho no and na oh pushy bus no free bus ni lane no there's a way war inner lane na bus no war outer no enti no truck no pushy bus no the bus no so nim de ekoso enti nani ne nan ba ko esi hard shoulder no so
yes
enti na si so da pe the truck ni san ho apɛ no and the truck ni di nanim na obo brake shum and the bus na the boat truck na chi and my driver no bus driver no e can steer na chi and a truck no e si the ho and na o ma di akire no second truck no mo na ma commentary no
okay
say ye hwede ye kwaso gina ni ye twa mo na mo sori ya mo se truck drivers nye na mo bus for na mo ye enti time driver ni car steer na chi no e o bus no mo no passenger baako ene mate for mienu na wo car no ene o mu see ye ene o mu confront eye truck driver no enti truck driver no so na edi atem no say enkaneka ni tofom kura ni kaneka ni tofom kura ni
just a boss ni tofom kaye ne de
aha o kire say wo no ade a waba be ye bus no eye as a result of bus na ye ni bibi enti nkono ni truck ni tofom
okay
enu ntina wa chase bus no ama no so aba be gina nanim abas na dia boto ama driver na kam enti ho and na second truck for no ebe gina first truck ni no achi support to say bus na ye boni bi enti afa ye no na omu two trucks mi no no and omu koye no and send passenger for no any mate for no eba be bua ma yetimi ayi driver na free steering wheel na chi the first he say the boni bi mpo no ye wan ni kan wo car no ba wo watimi akogina nanim anwini passengers na wo bus no ho
yehuwa
enti otu ye no ana for the bus driver omo friend enti prosifo e baaye the prosifo baaye no ana for the contact we si osuhum and ye contact enyinam police enti truck no duru ho no and ye impound the truck no agi keys no and ye san transport no back to the fence suhum enti ye china ene ye kwa asem we se so obaya oso no de bas na de abone to eti sa de
onka ne onu asesi ye no
o se bas de abone to the 100% for the ko sin no
bas
o hwe ba bia na bas na nim chira bas kwa de o free kwan mu kura ko
yes
ha shoulder ho te ye da no de bo to eti sa video we no enya nru process for no ho de wo twa video we eno asade akoto TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And confirm say, just yes, truck drivers and yadi into will prove say, Omuyadi.
Any yamrazama we didn't know.
And dear the Bema on the highway, no, we are driver, we are professional commercial driver who be behave with Sakwa way so I'm a nipper every more. Abna, do you see the video? Nah. I did cry just I feel eventually process for no confront no and a driver here then a truck driver no I feel what back for man who so we can't throw I feel the also so try no the to TikTok no I feel na under pressure no also be can say na onim say accident na beba so can we gamble with our lives
na so do one accident na ba no twem ko e
I don't the video here
yes
but what say time a truck first truck no HAC bus no nim so wo chase ne na kokko no nim so wo chase na kogina na nim ama bus ne de abone to ama aye driver na kastia na chi so can we gamble with our lives like that
dabio as I would you go just because you to me take any decision at any point in time anyhow
aye nim what will happen
car anya wo na wo ye na ukura wo se woni obi ekogina ne nimma na ayeden who pay whole bus me kan truck no kro ni pom mutu ayi so anem enan truck no truck baako
enipa me no na team
you see next driver ni mate pe mumienu o na hwe bars a ene kura nipa 37 wo se mene na ekwa kokko ye de car ekoko a makoko ampampa ma driver akage steer nechi
just accident now who create you know
and so be na aba
and awie na ja omo ho so omo
oh
it is an kanyinam police for na anche no and ankoko branch road bi a
oko
just wadwane
oko no we sisi awo ni awo se bus ndi ye wo bi
akato no so be prove at the cross bus no
no video attesting to that sisi ani awo be ye ekire na hwe ni esi wo da bi ya na make no the way I drive work kwan we so de especially Kumasi kwan
ehu
ukọ na obi pian si nchen pa ti we gwan wo so ama no
ya anadwo a obi nhunu de esi ye na je say
wakla we sanadwo ena ye
quarter to 6 in the morning
suhum ye kan say police eye swift efre enyinam dia o twem ko ya asa e be ka say driver na obi ehunu na esi ye wo ti Kumasi kwan
ya de ne ba ye soso ne mpanifo ne ba ne mpanifo na begina ono na chi say ose ono de bus na de abebo to
ansa ne o kan o mbagi de ba so mbahwe mu no
but we are driver near at what point and our conscience ebe ye adwuma
who say drive your ankasa they be make say if you are not serious don't sit behind the steering wheel because driving is a serious business because adia wo ya at a go no be ye bi all your senses are working supposed to work when ni wo hwene because when na would be who say no bibi cause wo hwene say to me smell good say ade bi bon wo car no mu bia o ye bi kura gu baby and I say wo clutches bon ana bibi bon kra na you still have to use your nose and sana wo skin kra no the way I wanna say you say top to ana say wo car na se kra ya wo car na se kra ya wo na se wo na na si gear levers and I say asrita no so say wo te
ma yanko na ye the chief superintendent of police Ura
Alexander
Kwakubin
yes
and na road rage na kasa no 90 chief wabeyama o aha
me nya ADAKABRI mpacho mejoso
yo na wi an what say there
oh odoman kuma me nya nkopon boss o ba asase adawro ma ho so ma de padi achi e na o twufu yi je etinkom ye ho den pa
road rage say ye nam kwantempon so ye nam urban road so ye nam feeder road so entoko atimi si driver for ntem ade na kofa de ba na de na edisi ano
ayo memo bia na men ka se emre ye wo mu no ye be stress ye nuan ma wo ka ahyen particularly wo mo de to quantum quantentin best wrong say woman okunani mai na woman ma abotre abojuchere odo indie bambo eni sianhura enam so ama dodo no mo license na omo abodi krata Ghana de adumo de boa ye ka akobadi ho adwuma no mo sunya adogode wo ho no omo enamedi na omo moama bambo ayi mmereti si mu a nyina ye kasa esa afi mu akwanhia na ekosoro no na se ye benya ho pomasibra na ye nipa dodo a ka hyen no so ebegi atum se omo asede ese omo yistuban ahodo adi ebebo ama akwanhia ngosisi na isisi na bebra sekra esa ne se nya oka bofu ya ka road rage eno Ghana ha ya bra eno ko ka road rage mu nya dia na de racing nya dia ba ye nye sa de no wo ye kwan so ne mum nya emrama kwan ne ama driver fon chechira mi simu atufo na ye nyina mfanya djuma ne se wona kwantempo so kwan no ya chim be 9 efa car ne kobadie hu the car ne nantie no ya frɛ no America na America no nia yɛmpɛ any racing na excessive speed o communicable so na ne sanity nya oyen before 18 team ekwan fa so church adaba for car kan ene ne koba no o say reka ka fa to so oha ene adiesia miensa ewo yen road traffic regulation no 2012 no a no na ye gina so de 24 o say car no ekurawa onam baabi a ye kuro kase ana kuro bia mountain so kwan no so a enkomro aduonum enfa ho ni yesi ena udu baabi a ya ni nipa no etabo peso kuro kase kuro ni mountain so te se baabi edigwa baabi ankora ko school baabi adwuma for enam koye adwuma e wa ban is a CBD areas ni ministries ni ade ana baabi a ebehwe no na sabia no nipa ta kwesene blasters ne Mali ebe ball ewo osunchen ho ewo transport stadium sa akwana wo no isan se ni ba dudu no ba be fa wo no nti una ho aye se nkomra bi asa o speed no ena onam motorway so a ekwan demo te se free malam ebetwa mo te kwashi edi akọ tema yesi nkomro ha ena se onam kwantimpo bia so a edakro akasie mienu ntemu a ehoso yesi nkomro adiokono enti se ukoye bibi na omurika no komro de miamia ma wo di ho na bo so a na omurika na wo kwabo so efa ba bi na di adakabra so koka se o ye road rage na ni nyina mu no esan se Amerika ya ya nhwemu ahu se o Amerika ta abo so bebre ya se ka ne ho bibi to chima se kwa ne ho bibi to chima se ni pa de se ni onam kwa ho twaka kom ko to chima krape esan se Amerika no yakoye road rage na ka boss no ntino wan we a ka no ntimi mani nya ana wo mani nkwa emfa kwamfa bo wa so dia ko bo nipa na ka na ko ji usema ko mimina ana ko bibia ma nipa ko jaba ma obi ewa obi afra likadie ko jawo hasia emu be dusia no esan se suni ban ya boss with the road rage ne ye ko mikabo so ni ade nti ya na ma ko jado do no anam sa press na deba entino aga be busa mi a road rage die that ya ko jaba panti mi abra organa ha se racing on the road ya bra organa ha na mu sempo o be so be kom dika hu tente bi hu bi se o de wa open ade ye we ka wa open ade ko se America na board ye nyina hye so a this autocrata ekoma minister oye kwan se o ma obabi won kwa wonye kwan baabi ma na ya wa ko America na ye kwan ya mbobo so die ye nyi sa ade no so enti ubusa mi a road rage die Ghana ya brand obi a o se o ko America bro so e obabi ye ko 50 ye ko 30 ye ko 90 ye ko 100 kilometers per hour no sa nipa no na waye dangerous driving na ne driving no dangerous enti na no na wo se nke police be ho na yen police invisible eyes are watching you, traffic cameras no nke ya shase ne ye kodia ene ye pia o ne ekura mu na no wakonya bansem kase a eno no wan hwe a ka wu na kwanya sa dance no e de tai sa e ticket na chi ba no na ka no kra o driver ni obeje afru nsem be se obenya ho mfoni any confuse ni kakra be na be entete no nsia ahwe ehun se wo suba na wo yi na di okwanso no wa anye ne ka na afru nsem a wa hwe adu yi ni be ba hono ankasa na anya wo de wo ka akopem no na de onam kwa ho ana wankasa
ti ma yenhwe se driver ni a ose obi ayemi bibi wabo me careless itimi so me kọ na matumrika tente akoto no nam so makobɔ ne careless ni bi no emra ne sesan
yɛhwɛ Ghana ha yɛmmra kuni a yɛde yɛ adwuma a yɛfrɛ no Road Traffic Act 63 of 2004 na ɛno ama nhyehyɛeɛ ama yɛde ama driverfoɔ nyinaa ntetie nti driverfoɔ mpakyɛw sɛ wura fi a meeting obi antie ɛwɔ NIT FM so wokɔ section 122 ɛse sɛ woka hyɛn na sɛ obi adravo recklessly, dangerously, and also say or drive under the influence of alcohol. Na obemu hu necessary milika no ebi ano ohye se na oyifa car ho se na okobo break se na otisi car kwanu ene saa nyo bia no oye a betimi dia kwanhia ba ne nipa wu ne nipa pira saa no a dangerous reckless no se eba saa yesi utimi chi no na so utimi nchi no a o report no reporting ne say na ye no ezi police ni ben ho a anase bari bi wo a okodu ho a na aka che driver ni a odi machi a na obetwa mu ni ade a oye me bia bi a ewo machi na ano ohye nko de konhye ba njimpam chew ma be complaint anaso say ebi ana otwa mu no wanya ne car number no se police akase obi ya ne entry a ofa phone no a wanya danse afani a ohuru kwan so a opese oye hu obo police amane na yefa mra kwan so na ye ne Ghana mane amra ne di no obedale 191 ana 18555 ni nyina no e free obi anti credit ana 0302 773 906 ni nyina beko police information office wa 24 hours yes you Ghana ha bia na ato no oye o complainta police ni beje so na nia mo a wo so de boa ana asitra be so yi police no ana complaint apes oye no o de ya ye be pa wo ho adwuma na se wa be pa mra hye onsem se mi a mechi nti no ebi a me di mirikatente ko sa ne ho akokro so no e pa chew sa de no wa wi yi na akoya wo a wo se odi mirika ko sa ne ho na wakutwa n'anim wanhwea na akwanchi akase ebeto wankasa yetoso mi na unu na wo se prosi nche no na yempa ne pam yakwanso no akwanchi ebeto na ase mu mienu na ebas anase nia on asem mfa no ho kra ebi a oye passenger ana onam kwa utaka akwam ana chewura odi ni kwi oba bi sen kade be che no ana de be sa no obenya na kwa masika mentinto ho no de abodja wo ehye no a wato no ana adwuma no ye no kwanso na ni nyina akọ hrabasa enti e be sese sa suni ban se bi asia sule mo se bisibio e bi se ene Ghana ye ka ko ba die ho nhyehyɛ no e babia wo ye ko hwia no wan we if you never
ti ma yenhwe asɛm a ɛda Suhum police na emu de si ya amakodu Suhum police no yemfa ema ɛho afutuo bi a wode mayen na specific asɛm no de yenya mfa ma Suhum police na omonye omadwuma ɛne ne sɛn na no fiada anopa ye akamiti dunum na abo no nsia ewo eye Suhum dual carriage no eye anopa no nsia anopa hima esa kabe meet dunum na abo anopa no nsia ena eye basa woko oso nipa 37 including driver and conductor no na omu nyina esane ye ɛwɔ overhead no so no bus ne di kan ɛfa ramp no so at the third ramp no na kyɛ safe deɛ cargo truck any bus no line cargo truck no di bonkum so ɛyɛ inner lane ho ɛna bus nso so edi nifa no so outer lane no so omu nyinaa esi ya omu engage se ye kɔ no ɛna truck no according to bus no na truck no piano kɔ nifa so o piano kɔ nifa so ntine nan ba akompo ekosi hard shoulder no so na nam se hɔ no flat ekɔfuru nti no na speed ni mu kɛse ikikiri no a fe the bus yes de obegina the truck ni san wa na fe no ba nifa no so no gina bus nanim cho the bus na ntimi anyina dead breaking distance ni swa na ode bo cargo truck no to ma bus driver no car steer na chi na mate for me no ni passenger ba ko mu see confront to cargo truck driver no the hono no be kana sem say before so mo be through overhead no bus driver na ye de bone waye ni bibi kan car no kra tofo mu nie send another truck so di o machi a all record incident ne de ekoso nyina ehwe cars ne mienu bus ne truck no omu nyina ekwa omu so record ya koduru ho na commentary a the all record ne ye wobenya no wadi abom ana omu nyina koduru ho no ko wie say mo sorry am say truck drivers na enye so ye mo bus drivers na mo nye nti afede truck mienu no omu nyina ja bus no koye ti passenger for any mate for no buaye ene yetimi yi bus driver no steer na chi ede ne call hospital na we na asam no koduru suhum police no ana omutimi contact anyinam emma ye chire truck driver no ewa anyinam esa transport no back to suhum beka asem no ye china ana ye parade obia before the commander na said ye sitie yi saa so na tiampa as see a video evidence so abeka hwe obebu say edie pa na bus driver ne de be ye truck driver no a obetum rika di nachi asanka bus driver ne nim say why truck driver ne bibi anko no ko speed is truck no ka truck no nto no eso truck no timi akoto no akogina nanim ama DSA accident no asi ye 9-month old bus ne di 9 months pe na watimi akose no saa ama nim windscreen ene nim shelves ne nyina bibia abobo ede ne yesu afiri mu commander
yo ense afutu we de o minianum a ye ya hyenwanum ashenkafo ye ya kwantifo ye ka kobadi ho akamifo a every transport operators any association of certified driving instructors Ghana any driving school proprietors impo officials of National Road Safety Authority any driver and vehicle licensing authority any media and of course road safety advocates yasumo na echese ye nipa yi se ehun se akwanhia ohasia emu aduokonsia yesi edipa su ene ne ban asenka ojaya enka kwanhia kura kakra bi ne besie ntina aduokonsia no ba ko no aboso no se ese ye fire driver for because one wa bo mu din bacho ADAKABRI eba teaching mu a enka one university one ne from professor emeritus for no o emu no license no omo akwapem omo ya akukudam atwetwuru e wo driving mu a omo license no kwata de na friend license F but what must
yeah specialist license F for no there's only there that's the highest we can have
why one year do one Ghana yen one do truck near all cheap omnibus kase saa no won na vivi la mo wontete ewa badoye nyansa nimdie sɛ de ani krokro nipa ati nipa sɛ nipa emre enti wɔn deɛ no ɔnam a yɛ wabɔhyɛ paa ɛwɔn bɛtumi ayɛ adeɛ ama na ahye makoma nanso ɛsiane sɛ ɛhyɛn no yɛ nadeɛ ɛna yɛde mmabaa bi asosɔ kɔba mu ɛna yɛde mframa gu mu ɛna yɛde motoburo mu asim na yɛkɔ no yɔɔ no ɛɛhu paa nti yɛde no kakra bɛkɔ aba nanso wɔn akɔdi ehwamɔ na baako se sɛ woyɛ mfomsoɔ koraa me yɛfrɛ me agya mfa nkyɛ yɛnni saa driving ayi no attitude no wɔ kwan so womfa nkyɛ sɛn ɛna me se ɛba sɛ obi ayɛ biribi na ɛnyɛ a mmara no na ka no deda to hɔ sɛ wobɛ repɔɔto ama polisi anka sɛ woka no hyɛ na wo no ebi a wosta no ho no akɔgyina anim twoo dangerous driving sudden stopping because mmara no say regulation 100 mmara no say driving of vehicles ɛse sɛ Ghana ha drive car na wode si kwan so a ɛwɔ sɛ wonya full visibility of traffic na hold steer no na drive kɔ w'anim drive kɔ yɛnya no bɛse na mmom wokɔ no so emirika a yɛahyɛ wo sɛ kɔ no na abɛkɔ sɛ woankɔ saa emirika no a yɛfrɛ no imprudent speeding ɛno koraa tia ama mmara imprudent nti baabi a yɛse kɔ 30 na abɛkɔ yɛwokɔ fi baabi a yɛse kɔ 50 ntimi ka sɛ wɔkɔ 10 kilometers per hour adan a memabrɛ nti mekɔ no nyaa yɛnyɛ no saa motorway yɛkɔ 100 no maximum no wontimi nkɔ ɛnkɔka sɛ ɛhɔ na wokɔkɔ motorway wokɔkɔ 30 kilometers per hour ɛno yɛfrɛ no imprudent speed na ɛno so tia ma mmara nti saa sɛ wokɔa na wonam 90 kilometers per hour zone on the dual one-way carriage from Sum now the ba Chichiwere Abasi is on bypass and so on. 90 highway unless otherwise. And do you mean that now all now who say will be so one? I am the Mikano was Rukakra. Now all of a sudden you reduce it so low to the hot. Where's our pet? A bit more fast, but I know that any other sano. The pane pa now what the Hamo. What good job for you anymore? What good instructor? I'm a certified driving instructor, Ghana Association. What we have because any entity and the buy. I was said the next renewal, which is the next 2 years, I will renew driver license. I was said for compulsory driving instruction. Then yes, I also the young Bubo Swa. I was testing him Rano Eti. Our regulation 157 of the road traffic regulation instead. So why you say there a court no Russia no senka on license no kwa on twem why suspend 1 year. Na yema umra after 1 year no yes I found quantity na driving instructor yen say nyawo na yema on tie foforo a ebema wonya badoye na so bi fom kra Fumunya. Driving will be Funkuma. Yan Fumunya. And the Empam Chow. Driver for Motimine. Nya Yakuen Yaquani. Yen no doya. Ya more money a driver for the Mokoba. Yes, Tremo. Moma Obi Sunin a band binti. Say a passenger who can say, ya, my American man for 1 year could now come on. Say, driver ni baby apɛ so san ɔso mpere kikikikiri bɛkɔ baabi yɛ nyinaa nso bɛgyina yɛtuufo a wɔyɛ ho tintintintin wontie ɛno ɛbɔ ban ɛde akwanhyia ba ɛde nipa wuo pra ne agyapadeɛ sɛ a boo ɛdam table so a yɛhyɛ afi ase afei ne yɛwɔ yɛtwa August a yɛwura September nipa apem ne ahankron ne akyerɛ wuo no yɛpɛ mo kumasibrɛ no yɛnkɔfa saa suma wei ɛnkodu ɛmfa ngua September October November na nka mpɛ sɛ December ɛduru baabi a na asɛm no agye nsɛm yɛsrɛ mo wei yɛmfa tu yɛn ho fo sɛ yɛyɛ adrabafoɔ a yɛn ɛna yɛmove wɔ man no yɛn ɛna Odomankuma ama esti a ho adwuma adododi agana fo e de ho ya ma bibidie ye frem mumma adwuma die no ye professional ho nte saa suba we ya mo ye nka ema mo fa kra mo school etete neat mo ade no mo nte nya futupa ye nyi saa suba na di e wo kwan so ye medical na emom enwemu no so de ni se be koso ama ye enwemu no so be ma ye hu asem no far by ani de si ye de yesu hu no ni ye de ma ye tu before ni ye de bi twi bia so na ama ye so a ye ti bi hu bi no abaya sana ho ama na ye studi ban a ye be fa de ayi ka hyen a ye nko ye nya ebia enam so ma kwanhia yi a o kan si ye
aseda say what the information say ya share third quarter of the year ase na enso so no over 1900 a year deaths and akoso as a result of road accidents na fe so no ofutuo no mu no what the section 122 section 100 section 157 what the atuefo ne ye kan say no ebi ya nyina esusu senka various lorry stations companies ye betime the relevant sections of the act no any regulation no the abobobo kra na ke de aba ya kasa mu na so obi na ente poto kasa na sia ke de ba ye kasa mu a katambia no na de tata driver ni no manka wakai na referee bi ama no so odwene won sen
that's it.
Chief yada wase pa.
So that will be a
right. Enti chief superintendent of police Alexander Kwakubeng ana ye na twenkomo. Ni nyina ene kwane a ye fa so a se we yayem sei e wo kwantempon so. Emi so mekwa akoye ni sei. Emu nsem abeba. Earlier video ana ye boy ya trucker. Was obi kura na ebusa ya foribu aten so hwe ana obuoba boaten ADAKABRI. Most of Ghana's drivers need to be retrained and or Zurich in Switzerland or Dubai. And this is Jumso and what can say ADAKABRI. My question is, how could a truck that is articulated overtake a VIP bus? And then there's a elder this said nanka bus no onim se wa ye truck no boni bia omu nyina esi free ramp no so no enka bus no momu ebetimi agada the speed in term eja truck no honom. Yes, a situation ne ye no a bus driver ne ye no e kire se na onim se ese truck driver no wo menasepo bi eni to hwe ne din na se o push ne kwa abonten ono kra no yes ene ba asem ni timi kwa kogina enti ye no kre se nanka truck driver no onim nanka bus driver no onim se wa ye truck driver ne bibi ana truck driver no e ba no so a enka owo enough speed and ko be ja no ho akwa a special krana omo kofro bepo ewo suhum highways one mu obeja no hokra akwa chesenka onto no na enso so no ejedu ba bi na so bi ba so awuni ma de krunti a wo ba so na akwaye asem foforo also Bantama Masawood also instead of NDC government focusing on tackling the country's worsening security situation, they are rather interested in settling scores and selective arrest of opposition members. The sad reality in Ghana today is the current government using every possible means to silence its political opponents. It's a recipe for chaos. Anna or the ebaye. Why so ebiem ubetimi e the message no e the aba na yetimi akenkan na ye the amount issues about political persecution. Anasa Dieng, Bono regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Abronya DC, Bambofu, and Sabri, we say no, approach for answer Akano, and I said, well, minor answer Akano, Asambenia, Emunsembeba, na nipabi eka, se wakwakasa, and the Kasa Emuno, or say President of the Republic. Sabia kuo mperfo manimu amesremeka so say president of the republic no ɔyɛ aboa bi ba a ne ho kankan a wɔne de te ɔman wei sɛ mu na sɛ president no sɛ mpanimfoɔ mu anim a sɛ ɔyɛ aboa bi ba a ne ho kankan a ɔde teɛ na IGP no kora de wabɔne adeɛ ɔni hɔnom deɛ could that be the reason tia yakɔkye no anaa report so by say ɔno nso so abro nyɛ so say persecution ɛna ate say ɛwɔ man we say mu ɛno nti ɔbɛpɛ sɛ UN charter on the definition or on the status of refugees nti ɔno nso so no or apply for political asylum ɛwɔ European countries bi ne Canada na ɛno so ya publish yɛ agyankade so ka titim na nka wo free wo man mu a ukokoduru border bia ana ekuro no yebutu ase na wo visa wei na se bo I'm fleeing from persecution political persecution and now religious persecution enti we so de ye tese ye se wa apply for asylum na asylum ne application na kire no ana right yene political scientist wakɔ na homegye mu Dr. Kwasi Amache Boate ntwetwe nkomo kakra Dr. Amache Boate yɛ mo aha
yeah
doc na wiye ho te sɛn
rajadu me hu yo
from January to September 9 months nie kyerɛ President John Dramani Mahama obetena akonya so na wohwɛ amamuo no de ekoso yi a persecution any prosecution yawa rehemu so ote ase emu de ahene na ekoso persecution and as a prosecution
alaka wi ndase akonya odi amami na mikia atifo wa lawyer ni a o san ATP no persecution ni prosecution no ye cheche atifo mu wa o cheche atifo mu ankampe akakra me de beka ho ani se o man bia enseye ewum emra ewum oni pasitinum emra wum yo mra bia lawyer for mo fe no natural law nti oni pasitinum de obi ntimi mfa no ho ni tototo oni pa bu emra so a na aban ko ho no onam emra no so ehwe se asotwen be ba e kasa ban no sanitize system no nti eno no e refer no say prosecution eno no na onipa adi atu anamo emfata obu oman mra so na aban so enam emra no so eye hwehwemu na said the emra no kire no ye di asem no ato ba bi a e wo se eda ene de se we aban na se wa nya nukra ni se uma basabasa yo kra ba oman no mu we aban no wa nhwe ama omo a ye basabasa tumra etietie nipa efa ahudie so aban wa nhwe anya uma aban no ankasa uma basabasa yo ba oman mu ena yo mre bi so a aban bi wo ha misa aban tumi e wo ne nsem no asu nti kwa bi so enyina si nipa aban mu fo so nipa omo atimi di tumi no ha oman ba mrekwa obia eye boni bia na obeda sori yakukuma bodo abetu fie mfichi yesi una akukun no na aban ekwa mu ibisa no de ne kese aban persecution na aban eye we no take you opani kufiaji kum nanka said the twimu ye kano no ono aka ne kama aboa yenkoma yedi asema busa ni free January beto samri awampani John Dramani Mahama Ghana yina yini oyobia yenina sign ake papa I mean fine. Yeah, ɛsi sɛ asɛm bi wɔ ha ɛma wo fie di a wonka sɛ but ne mentee sɛ aban de aban tumi ɛtete obiara mentee bi menhunu bi menkenkan bi ɛnya deɛ a me ntiase a mewɔ ɛfa ɔmapani John Dramani Mahama ho biribi saa ɛbɛpie afiri n'aban mu owurafoɔ hyɛ wɔn adwuma ase mfitiaseɛ no wɔn kɔɔ kan no for ɔtɛ fie wɔ kwan a na ɛmfata so aban gye to mu majority leader in parliament gye to mu ɛka sɛ saa de no ɛntwa yie ɛde akyɛw pa ɛma yɛnua kanofori ata nti sɛ obi ɛka sɛ ɔmapani John Dramani Mahama ɛnam saa akwan no so ɛde aban tumi ɛtete obi a megye di sɛ na onipa korɔ no obɛtumi ato no bɔ ase akyerɛkyerɛ mu yie bi a na yɛwɔ ho yie bi a na yɛnte ne yie
ebi ne sɛ Bono regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party we are led to believe say yache no ɛna Kofi Apalo ɔno so Yoko eche no na Yoko eche no yamani bill in the sum of 10 million Ghana cedis ama wontimi impose to bill no to oda ho dem ti nipa bi busa sɛ yakwachire Shatawale ɔno so 10 million bill no yakwasra so ama about 5 million na mum Yoko eka adekuro nti a yachire Shatawale na mum Kofi Apalo de yenka adekuro nti a yache no except to say yache no na yamani bill eno wontimi impose to bill nti oda ho edam enso so ayemfa ne nkɔ court na bronya so de eno an se yache no di obetimi ate ase an se ne voice ne eka se Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama sabiaku sabimpanefo manimu a wayaboa bi ba a ne ho kankan saa ena ode tete wo manma. Could that be the reason? What you know what I'm saying?
Almost yachubi Omambra and Mono Akonya a woho, say your money be who say what me a dish or to me any so now Gusu da Kukumuno. Essentially, me Gidize and near political in nature. Gidize a legal a ransom. BBC Bianua a political. The political will come in a mra a bino a persecute. That one becomes purely political. The can be a that case maybe I can give it to me a free the legal realm about the political realm. They are not political in nature, they are legal.
Say a registrar of the Scholarship Secretariat. Kwakwasa fuaje ye information ono so free na no sign DNI for achechire nkrofo bi fa Scholarship Secretariat dream bi akoso Yoko for so baby ye organized crime and corruption no wo previous government no ye was Scholarship Secretariat no omo so Yoko for hwehwem acheche entisi scrutinize previous government appointees omo actions commissions and omissions possibly say tiamra na say tiamra. Could anybody imagine say political persecution ana
sir my mono amanyo phone no na sadu imre dodo no ano omo eda sa isuni samtiase no adi omo adi bibi aba a phenomenon bi ama omo gidise omamra no ni womo asɛm a ɛmfata free saa bono party chairman ɛno mu baa yi ɛno kora ne sɛ ɛyɛ violent attack on the person of the president. That attack is verbal, but it's violent. Nti saa asɛm no pɛsɛ no ntumi gyina so ɛbɔ saa krakye no akwan so. ɛyɛ violent in nature.
Ya no ama ne so kakra dia ma me Dr. Amachi.
ɛyɛ violent. ɛyɛ basabasayo a ɛwɔ sɛ mmeranimfoɔ tumi gyina so ɛka sɛ dakye no yɛmfrɛ no yɛnkye no verbal attack on the person of the president. Nti utu anamɔ bi sɛ a utumi mfa wo ho ni. Ɛnora, in the United States of America, a former President Donald Trump, now as I said, Tom de no koi, and Pierre Babiada, say a political, now a persecution. I don't say you would be a some abamu na. I was saying you boom wakunta. I was here boom wakunta. Akuntambo and she said be a buyer swa. And they said you can't be a say nipa be and woman you go we munti me sum wo aban we munti and I say this derby. Osum o mine man no so ma kwan. Sɛ ɛsom no mu nsɛm bi wɔ hɔ a yɛnte ase a ɔwɔ sɛ yɛtumi hwehwɛ mu ɔwɔ sɛ yɛtumi busabusa mu nti me mmom deɛ ɛfa nsɛm wɔ ɛsɛ ho no what happens is that aban asoɛeɛ a ɛsom ɔman no ɛwɔ saa kwan no so ɛhwɛ sɛ ɔman agapadeɛ yɛne a yɛsom ɛwɔ kwan bebree so no yɛntimi nya no basabasa no ɛwɔ sɛ wɔn so ɛhyɛ wɔn ho den na wɔn yɛ wɔn adwuma no sɛdeɛ ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ no.
Enti saa akyie yi a previous government appointees yɛkyekye wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ persecution o sɛ ɛyɛ legal prosecution o ne nyinaa mu no ebetumi affect MPP for omo quest for United Front say ombe fight 2028 ana
ADAKABRI ka ensem mienu a ensese ebata ho na anokra wo mu ni say the party no enyina pintin anhwe entu anamo a esese otu na ekoba se o se hwehwe nipa bi anamontu o mutu o mudwuma o mudima o man no na party no no ho kofrefra party no a makwan na sa ehwemu na nkoso omdo mo ko hwehwe mu a me gidi se o man na manyosem no o se etimi eda no ho adi wo ekwan sonkom bi so because the political party should support the state at all times. It should support the state. But then, you should be some prosecution be a coswa. And that's an affected party. The party should be able to do its own thing. Bring out individuals. I mean, one bit make you my man a day when also only to do a good account. Now, so at me. Adi ekononim apre akonya no in the next elections. Me gidi say ensese esi party no ekwan wo I mean anamon bia so and say party do kwan and say my party no I mean na ho din ba from and say I am betimi aye in preparation for 2020 no me give say omutu anamo it is a man who show Muslim no and so man who show Muslim the party should be stronger the party should have many more people Emrano eso mutimi ejina nipa omo ni how betimi ejina ko ni dimu apre akonya no we use our party no what you should do
na sa wo hwe party 9 months de akoso any elections krom corner recently e wa akotie ya party should do what you should do are they on course
ADAKABRI mun shase so mo ACC bibiasa ndi untu anama say untu a yentimi say you are on course and I say you are not on course. I've not seen them make a move. I've not seen them.
But at least, one of the contestants, Brian Champon, Oka Nisika Dudua, were they Abua party no. Now oye number 1, a financier, a good for pencil. Oye number 1 financier 2023. Primary some call yes Dr. Mamad Baumienti ADAKABRI our Eastern region. Utie Kennedy Kwame Akompre Kwan Japan. Say 1 million deficit by John Mahama equals to 8 years at John Mahama Sade ba back there. Now 1.7 million no Dr. Mamad Baumia I was a what here no. You find the X Arches and Crawford algebra. Na utie Dr. Mamad Baumia so ne nkrofo a aka 9 pe na wo so omotwam 50+1 no an assessment of sir no man say na beka no as a political scientist
ADAKABRI tina me kan say omo enhase say omo etu anamo nti yentimi kan say they are on course and I say they are not on course sansemu ya APP free party no be nyina che said the party no gina summary nti afia ewo party no mo at different times omo nyina preach kroye but anamo ase se omo tu a e de kroye no be ba no they are not ready to do that and nti udimi preach kroye na anamo ase se wutu na anamonu ankasa de kroye eba ultimately pese utu se musia some pese muye se musia mo pese mototo adwene na akwan bi so nneema nyina no akoye te se yahihye nneema bi odam dada na yedi AP yedi ebehye nipa ko nyina akon I mean, a house divided will not and will never stand. The sanity, Ubianam the baby, in some of a manifestation of the fact that Ubianam the baby.
It's not just a Casabi and Nipa Bibe Casa entity be it a kingdom, be it a grouping, say be a political party MPP, It can never be destroyed with that first being destroyed within. And it says elements na wo party no omo ankasa an say party na obi ntimi mfira bontene me say party no ugitum
asobe enukwe enya MPP nkwa dipako bia ko bia nhyehyaya ada no ho adi ewo ko bia mu ko manu gina ho adi ntiase na woman aniso adihunu no womu ditum womu define clearly no womu ditum e koma edom ho ehye se womu tu anamo a obi a won chen bia ntimi ense no no e kan se e ko no nhyehyɛ no receive legitimation. Kumano, Omwa Nkasa, sincerely, committed themselves to the cause. Then they stand strong. Again, who are Mudiswa, Muntimi, and yet. But Encosi Santiago, then definitely, Ubiana the baby.
Ubiana the baby, not just a more shit in a
I wash it. Not Sassamina, with the chronic kind and not a Juma. They have themselves to destroy themselves. Nina Mono Sosono. Na ura Alanjon Kojotre Martin movement for change for Sosono. And they are register omo political party are due to receive omo provisional certificate. Now omo ababontina babeka omo nsema. The acquisition or the registration of MFC as a political party, no, would it affect the fact of emu attitude yana? MPP, emu betiti. Na emu titia. A sense movement for change. Free MPP mu eba no. Ipa bebre ebe movement for change say at least ebe provided some place to be of refuge. Ama womo. Ewo sa potential MPP nyina stronger na ho den no e ko form no movement for change ebe fuele sa anamon.
It is your munya dan we are political scientists danka wood mo ma futu ayentia wo ka abe mo ma futu pa bi na futu pa be na ka be mo mo
ADAKABRI mebia eko emra kumra yedi adwuma emra no emu eda ho pefe ekoma nyina aje emra no atum voluntarily ekoma esanse omugi emra no tum say carry their hopes and aspirations into now women are committed to emrano na enamsuma omu to anamo said the woman ni swade hu no omu nsabeka ehono na unity no ebepie afri mu aba di enje se bebre bi a omu ade agugu akwa mu no you could see say the offer nipa ebe from said the elite in the party. I mean, define elite now. Almost some economy, district leaders, regional leaders, national leaders, will be awesome bidder, will be our host CI. Almost some more parliament that almost some more abandon in various forms. Omuna ebewura my definition of the elite or MPP. Safwe nyina any ikonu nyadwi sakwe mu bebre safwe bebre nyo mu nyina any ikonu nyadwi won hye bebre omdi egu akwan mu na say ya idie here na hu here say omo expanded the electoral base of the party. A radical mover, a Bema interested actors in Irano are forced to align their interest to that of the party. Because the bottom line is that put me to all the votes won't be here for the party to take authoritative decision. They can't do that because never be currently those who are calling the shots. They are dead afraid. So their hold on the party ever call. They are not standing. So my advice is that they need to rework party no constitution. It move far affected decision making in the party, where we making authoritative decision, crucial decision. Images a hot and assembly now. Almost me review a honor. Now, almost a mood to do no a then they are good to go.
Political pundits could envisage an alliance in the offing in the near future now.
What is happening is that you know me who almost differences, you know, at their chance, they're saying, you know, you move you move wide. So, Yakobasa Bernard Champo, or two and more a Yisika, as some party no pay. Samuel wa moso. Wa moso. Akobasa ne. Ese se obosu no obosu a. Ne gina die esintra. Na ejina die esintra. Asanya manyama na esino. Break them apart. To the extent that they go that way, yes, the possibility for such alliance no ewo. The Basha, yes. Fashionalism say no. Against them, nothing. I was almost strategizing. The Nipebia almost like-minded. Then they will realize that look, then joining forces. At least you will maybe a share in common. Joining forces need to me and carry the day. And it's a possibility, no.
Because what you said recent time, Olafuku in hibernation, or ba Wakasa, Sami Crab, or ba Wakasa, Kabine Japan, still in the forefront, call a year presidential, no. Martin so, call, say, Okakope, a year or no Ankasana certificate, and the political party. The echo source and echo so within the MPP, Mueno. The center of the right of one. I just hope some say almost chances as against rejuvenated center of the left of one. Anything.
Some media say center right for it. Because you say Omugusu editing of media, obviously. So almost had any amount. Akotia, some way see very significant. Akotia by elections is very, very, very significant.
Almost also saying yes significance that.
Well, say no dear BBC see na fa wow ho. Untimi hwe wani. Nipa be bring timi hwe wo money and can someone reference said they had truth to themselves. Ebi no mo yem. Akotia very significant. Very significant. President Mahama's leadership, it is so clear, and he's laying his cards on the table. But you want to say that a near-man translatee into tangible goods in a crystal clear manner, what you lay your hands on. It should have been possible for the MPP to do better about Akotia. It should have been possible for the MPP to do better about Akotia. Akotia by elections, the one gra ya one someone. Addition, I was a female. I mean, it is on the quiet. They will take note of addition to say woman. Only say they may not be able to make it public.
Okay. Yo. Tina yeka persecution prosecution wasem na I say Shatawale yeka sentia yoko so no mu na apalo de yenka ye na untimi so postu bail no. This is information from the Deputy Attorney General Justice Ramsay. Or say suspect Percival Kofi Apalo is under investigation on allegations of various financial crimes, including fraud, causing financial loss to the state, dissipation of public funds, and money laundering. Yoko officials arrested him on Wednesday, September 3, 2025. He has, however, been granted police bail with the following conditions: 10 million bond with 2 sureties to be justified. The suspect remains in custody of Yoko pending the fulfillment of the bail conditions. And what they buy is a dayi. Hey, nah. At least, Attorney General's Department have my information on Cynthia Yoko continues to hold Kofi Apalo. So the idea of persecution cannot be justified. And
some members of the political elite beyond the laws of the country. Their actions and inactions. I will say go free, scot free. In some media, and yes, so serious and call for prosecution. But a Kobasa nipa be a hold who are more personally accountable. No makotite, 10 be our more and political talk. Omakotite chi, a political talk. And Tiasia, a peer free more informally, and it's a political talk in Ghanaian Parliament these days. And someone enter say you're taking it seriously, be a make wa. Just say almost the political talk no ye juma eno. Unacceptable. Because you be na enyina so no mo enhu do mo ya fe no mpese o mo ko dan me say e persecution aban no de tumi a o manu tumi e tietie. You me Attorney General say information I've read something like that on social media. Now, and you may go legal issues. Me to me or and you might be some legal issues are being said at I've read something like that. Yes, obedient to me and can say a persecution. Saban one to me and she shall obey or say she shall in your memoir. A ban one invite violence into the system, into the body politic. There was a ban to an amount of tree, not sanitizing the system. No, it speaks to everybody. Me consume or my no. I was a mission I met to me near my year. Yes, sir. The mission means the move. It should become a norm. Why are they weakening the government and why are they trying to weaken the system? Yes, Ghanaians are also becoming increasingly, educated, enlightened, and then awake. In some ways, okay, as a persecution. Emfa, I never quite have you say, I know man, you need Yoko, no more go. Any person, it's not proper. Also, money in a jai. The level of poverty or man, probably BBC or budget 10 cities. Now, I could get at least when you 10 cities or could spend 4 or 5 hours. Some people would definitely do that. I've not seen anyone do it. I'll not be surprised because of the level economic challenges. At the level of economic challenges that a man and but I hope that Sanya Maniamano will tell no. I go from Nipa Liba quite here as human beings there. Your self-worth and your dignity as human beings will be a baimu. Nusako kika aban esika ya hwehwe ni nsemu a ndesa mi kojisika kojina police station atwemo mombe etanichi basa shadam fatayen se nipa
na answer na bekro no General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress Franklin Fiave Ifi Pete. Warning to elements within the NDC. So womunyai anamonia ebi A2 say MPP fobi former appointees fobi omaye bibia tia oman no. Anhwehwemu e wo se yetwe wo maso no. Ese wo mu na ejiji dwatoa no de ekro senka yebehwe na yesi asem na no na yem prosecute sa former appointees no. Na asem no wate, and does it surprise you in any way?
ADAKABRI makan sa yenia fifi kwete ninsema odi ababetu akwan mu no. ADAKABRI, there's something in podcast science your friend a hard state, a character of a state, a very significant name here Ghana, Singapore for. Na a Singaporean state, you know, wajino a free Sanya Maniama win state autonomy. It is Utuanamo na itia o mamra na o semra diwa. Na political party a woman no. O konin nam kan bisu kuntina se ena e do kasem no. I want to encourage the General Secretary say, yes, all can no. That you should go beyond that. Strengthen the party. Almost infuse discipline into the party. And through that, and strengthen the Ghanaian state. Japan after the Second World War, Norway after the Second World War, the Labour parties in these two countries, and they developed, they were democracy, but they became what political scientists called developmental democracies. Party bako, it's not by Musa, if it's no sumo money, it may be a 12 baby and a 12 amano. It may be a 12 baby and a 12 amano. And you see, the General Secretary of the NDC, yes, sir, we're taking note of this issue. And I mean, Jesus, we should go beyond the warning. We should go beyond the warning. Because BBC says, see, now Kutusana Mona or Kana, or Kutusana Mono add themselves to the corrupt practice. Yeah, fighting against, you know. As a party, it means I follow through. The party should be strong enough to address those cases the way the cases should be addressed. The party should be stronger.
Yanshay. Na asida and Dr. Amachi Boating Yadebe
ADAKABRI, the kind of Mr. Madam was Papa need for
you.
Check you for now.
Ubiajo so. Kwasi Amachi Boating of the formerly of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And Yenedin Komono. In the studios here, Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party, Nichiren Apia Buedi of the National Democratic Congress, and we await Richard Suma of the Movement for Change. Nichiren, Yamwatrasi.
Offer Major so.
And we want to say,
Offer Bibia Boko. Now, the mechanism, I'm happy to see you. Metie wa check for a very long time. Internet the America say Minaje Papa Pasebeshao. And I believe say we will have a very, very good discussion anyway.
Asempa say ye nyina no ye ho ano ye grand rules na say ye di buo ebe ma de wo tie yan no na ye ma ye hu fi na at the end of the show no oni an wanya bibi kura e de every show no mo de yakọ Benjamin Isari Benji mo atrase
Afa me Joso
be ma fefe na ho te san
fa nyame adom pacha na so ho te san nyame boa na weekend do say na mbe hu anu mani age
that it
cause we me role model nti anytime bia me bom pa ye say yankopon mo ho ba no hwe ho so ye maye se ne da bia ye be ba be hu ne atie wo nso na hye ye nkran bebre Tie ba na se ahoden wo ho se ya na ye ni age pa yi se ya beto ofa na ofa nso ho ye Jova awie de de nyame asese ode ye nkwache ye na ketre mada bodwe moje di afusane na ye ofa ba akopɛ nso ya beto no se no ho oden na obo ase ne da bia oman no betimi atumpon na afa ne ntima pepe
what did be the Hana me makan actual? Now, me can be a one artist. Now, I mean, you're not being canceled. You're not being canceled. Hey, you're not being canceled. About somebody and the graphic anymore. Ghana man penny Eddie Ama Bastor Boys.
Yes.
You was in National Sanitation Day relaunched. Citizens urged to keep communities clean. It's the Bastor Boys, no? Man penny na bo ma baso. Ama woman no mom de be adwuma.
Yes.
Ehia said there nyina no. Say o mind betimi aboa certain groupings, especially the youth. Amoma ye bibi meaningful. Ebeboa owie say enye say youth no so tiwa na ye de moana brew. I was say what demonstrable track. We hear bastard boys here. Omo demonstrable track. Say omo ye bibi with their bare hands. No what me ahwe so aka say na wo bia kra mo bia maye ana ye ma wo mo bibia ye ya de na che say ye ma wo mo moa ne ahwe say beko the one would have thought to say enka akra na passport boys here other regions in any ade no I was here timinya young men and women no mo so so bibi ntima men kinkan wadamfo de wo twiro ye in response to pastor boys Ghana man panyini abo mabaso Madam Fonso Manesse Azuri Awuni Professor Manesse Azuri Awuni. What's he saying? Dear President Mahama, thank you for recognizing the Bastor Boys with their bare hands and hearts full of service. They did not need to pay journalists and media houses to show us their impact. We see and appreciate them. And it is heartwarming that you have recognized them at the relaunch of the National Sanitation Day, which I will address later. Beyond their selflessness service to Ghana, the Bastor Boys have proven that the solution to our sanitation challenges does not lie in the corruption-infested monopoly over government sanitation contracts enjoyed by Zoom Lion and its sister company since 2006. Mr. President, Ghanaians are still waiting for you to act on your promise to discontinue the YEA Zoom Lion contract and review many other contracts you promised. Or say, Mr. President, Ghanaians are still waiting for you to act on your promise to discontinue the YEA Zoom Lion contract and review the many other contracts you promised.
Oh, okay. Not just say, and then I clear.
Just saying.
Oh, fine. And then the message you the abaya na chesa ye clear say na onyina so obi o de kan nsem ne ne ma oye because yes say anoma so obeto boa na chesa wogina bibi so ofa wa ma yate ase say yewura John Dramani Mahama promise Ghana for so oba obe discontinue Zoom Lion contract no sanitation part no obe discontinue into no or kind say ne promise na o share ye no omomodin so obedi so na che say o hwe ne aye efa sanitation with Zoom Lion na che say aban no ana say President Mahama no waya we onim ne ekoso ni nyina omo hye na sa ne ma na ekoso ana
na contract president ne me kan kire ye say ya discontinue
no look na sem na all can so enti na me busa say offer na sem na all can ene nsem bi a wakeka previous ama na twam no e kire say ne nsem bi a wakan bia no na kire so wonyina so because me I didn't know minim say enenye nene wakan minim say President Mahama promise say oba discontinue Zoom Lion sanitation contract na on Ghana wono minim da manase na eka enti ne manase eka ne ye no kra na say ye no kra dia na kire say basintali ne ma oye with connection with Zoom Lion ne niama ekoso ni nyina no na kire say one would have thought say niama na ekoso ni nyina no e yade a omo ya we na sa niama ni sisi
and me busa say President of the Republic On your letter, Mama Country Ghana for say, what discontinue Zoom Lion contract. Now, as at September 2024, Kofi Japan pencil. Then you discontinue.
In him said the contract now I ended. Say a bear you may be more this year renew. And now from because of one or two reasons, you know, you renew yet and a war. But Osha Frazier, a basintali de to so abra on the Facebook war or say, I will not renew the contract and net an hour.
Now the to step, Mr. President, Ghanaians are still waiting for you to act on your promise to discontinue.
Yes, enti manasi nimbibi ayeye nim.
The contract has already ended. So how do you then
remind the president? Message in the baby. Enti nam ka say manasi na ankasa ne yobi a eni kwasi ye taking it serious wo mamu a last me kan ye na wo ne me nyadwen. Because hwasem a okopedi abesha president sesi a. Na che say there was no contract abra president Mahama baye. Meboa. And I also say kai president say yeah kai with will promise be who make it yes we ba who be discontinue a Zoom Lion sanitation contract it ye try say we be yes na just say oh NCC so
it say ye Zoom Lion ye ntimi mo Bastard Boys ana
nti no kura we kura ba mu be ye dey because Bastard Boys no omo ye adwuma papa and na president ehu omo adwuma pa omo ye and na omo start adwuma na ansa na president Mahama ba konwa so nti say na president Mahama ba na wa hu adwuma pa Bastard Boys na ye na wa bo omo aba so say wago feda say yensa ma omo akade a omo betimi dia ye adwuma no na be hye dodo na nkuran say na youth no so e betimi aye bibi abra omo ntwe say ye be mo omo opportunity na ansa na omo aye na ye bo omo aba so a e dey na adi Zoom Lion dey be hyem sesi a na che so okodu America obesa ne ma no okotifie kohunu suo no aba na afo asa aba bebusa che se wo twe adepa asi no or Zoom Lion there no abem na ya ba be discuss Zoom Lion there instead of say ya be hu adwuma pa Bastard Boys for na ya
say ye kire say Bastard Boys you na adwuma a omo ye no a president abo ma ba so no is a source of encouragement and motivation to other youth to replicate it in the region.
So where from Zoom Lion is sanitation contractor okay president say wa promise say oba obetwam ampa so no oba ye hu si ya renew because na renewal be any ho and oba ye no one would have thought say oba ye na wa ba beto no asese ke bia o renew and up to now o renew ye of American based on say basentali asem o kokan ye no say contract no on renew ne and renew no ochna because one wo drain ne maame ne papa no mo enti unless say obe renew no just say ye to almost salary num and san we renew contract no na che say basentali no kura magana fo nyina hu say contract bi ampo ni wo no oba ye no na contract na wu ka oba ye na abeka say Zoom Lion contract no ye nim say wu ba ye to ye bo ase ne de ne ma tutu yie ne ahwese ye betimi renew a Ghana fo nyina beti ase because Ghana for dodo na nim say na contract no mpo wu
na ayende
say you
adwene bi say e Zoom Lion na afa nkrofo
yes
and ogisika mo
yes
they didn't know say
why Taliban no obe afemi ne na manfo eka true balance and someone no work no eno no so be afemi ye enti say no mo mama nanse na kwa akonya ahode bi ase ne nsem bi a woka bia no president ni tie because he one post was say ono ne story oye no president no wa acknowledge na just na ni adia ne say watch story no watch come president na president acknowledge na sem no ne dia ye ne da no
say ye Zoom Lion adwuma no a ne ho nto no
eno ne the problem no enti bus stop for ya adwuma fa say president na da roma wabo omo abaso ese mo omo akade de aye adwuma ye mo omo abaso na nse youth ni nkura no omo nsunya bibi fofora ebe mo oman na atumpon no wo wasem a wo ba beka ne say esese president ne promise no make ye no Ghana for dodo na atwe say obe discontinue Zoom Lion sanitation meanwhile there wasn't any contract in the
2006
first place
2006 na wo kano president bi eche Zoom Lion no ma said there ene John Mahama ache Bastard Boys no ma no e obi na say ni business
ase e na abedru ba bia adru enti say ya wabasobodie bia say nipa no no ankasa de ni sika ene ni nyansa etena ase hye adwuma se ama aboga na ho ba bedru sa amre no esese ye bona baso
na se Bastard Boys no wo demonstrable track say ɔmo nkɔgye aban sika ɔmo nkɔgye ɛsɛ ɔmo de ɔmo nsa ayɛ adwuma a na sɛ nnɛ aban no recognize a ɛwɔ sɛ aban no yɛn nyinaa ɛbɔ n'aba so sɛ wa recognize boys no.
That is it. It's a many problem. They say where from this Zoom Lion contract asemo amanase de ba be hyɛ saa asem we mu. Na kyerɛ sɛ ultimate trance any common trend story bi abla on fa Zoom Lion man story mu ana.
Asanko wa fa Zoom Lion so man kan sanka untimi humi ya wo ga.
Oh ofa enye sa yan train sign syndrome na we yemu no. Enye minimum de potin a Zoom Lion no eya Kofi Japan e de aye nkrofo bi omo pese still okọ nanimu ana omo twa ne ba fam eyade ade pa
29 African states and no
amafo budget no so enya no so mfaso e man na contract akese ye ne de
enti yesi ano yemra metie aye
manase wadu abododo
abasobodi a Ghana mampanyini wode ama
ofa yebo president abaso so at least wama mrantie na hu say adwuma pa na omo yi wo mamu ha na president na ankasa initially no hwe a omo say beginning no omo start no kra no president ma omo 50,000 Ghana cedis abra no owo opposition
yes
nti no ayade a ohun omo adwuma no say omo ye na ache ena oba aban mu no wa make sure say
me resum fi so say Zoom Lion so propose che wo ma de
na me ba
na kan say ma omonye
no ofa no
kura Zoom Lion be joma ni monyam
ofa no kura chi no kura no omoko other institutions ho akoko pemwa ana Zoom Lion ka ho enti Zoom Lion so foundation from bus stop boys no omo no wo se wo mun kuran abo wo kosoro
o se nye omo de omo ntise Zoom Lion a gise omo tuatua sika
ma so kura na me ba ho
ansa na ehunu omo impact so you agree say Zoom Lion has an impact except say the impact no otuatua sika ma media for the yaka wallahi
he said about him
nituring Ghana mampanyini aya de a eso ani say indigenous Ghanaian youth omo ewo demonstrable track na in having to relaunch the National Sanitation Day no what me recognize no motivate no encourage Bastard boys pambe so ene betimi amagana mampanyini such an encouragement such motivation to the youth no yet me are replicating across the whole country various regions without necessarily being overshadowed by personal obi disdain obi say on Zoom Lion asem tino time bi o say Zoom Lion asem ebe fra bibim
of ameda say mamemfa nchi akase ma boss the honorable Felix Kwachofosu Minister for Government Communications na menka say enne nyumere so Ghana Black Stars agina okono enti wo hwa ma share Jesse Fefefa make sure say we must support our Black Stars until 7 p.m. So Wadajia in Yenko Accra Sports Stadium to support our gallant Black Stars. Messans work I say offer say ban sanitation issues sir. I don't think say you must get factionalism in there. I will see a share the reason and the impact. Ye benya say ye proper ye mountain so na bibia ko year. That is the most important thing. And to me can say if there is a banter between Zoom Lion any Manase Azuri Awunia, we should just discard those particular things. So more personal beef. Meaning say Mr. Sian Japan, Jospon, or Boy Juma. Because we share from 2006, Edeba, he has a track record. Say about an issue of contract, now problems I think say government must sit down and solve that problem. I want to also correct something. Says here see contracts be suspended and Chelsea are cancel. Because the
contract ended.
Sure. You see, when the contract ends, offer, it means a new government is likely to review. Make sure we say, so contract only previous government no call you know. ABC the be or no man say be anko year, and I bet me transfer a review contract now. And I believe say Mampenyika say when the contract ends, he will review. And no. You see, offer say sometimes. Yama me mo proper kwan so e proper pontem na so sika mo gini so a Zoom Lion be kire mu say ye wo service fee wo ho ye de bi so to ho for omo insurance eto asum na so any government will think say new government abano can we review it
in fact chief executive of the Youth Employment Agency, Malik Basintele, recently went to Parliament.
Yeah.
Out of the chamber, no, and or catch the media for say, sika near the most sweepers, no, says sika no, yeah, up to 300%.
Thank you.
Na, just say, money service provider, no, it's nasi. And what cancer service provider, no, so what I mean is Zoom Lion. Na yet tria omuka, a ye outstanding amount to be a yen tria, you know, yet tria omuka. And for your way forward.
Thank you, Ofa.
In line with President Nasamo can say, contract they are ended na or the cabinet subcommittee be it nasi. Normal review modalities in the sanitation sector. Na ya shekwani abefaswa ebe regionally based.
Thank you.
Not one nationally based contract.
Thank
you. President promised to discontinue whatever.
Offer Manasi enye government appointee. Yemfam put into context. He is a media personality, our right to be able to share his view about government contract. And I think sir, on also a track record. A media personality wabo ejuma I expose you rot in society. Enti yanka se Jospon group no eye group bia se bi omone boni bia omo ho. Offer I believe say our local companies we should encourage them to be able to do more. Anya kra Jospon na employ nkrofo ti omuka. He is contributing to the economy of this country. And also interest say the be kwachewa yentumi nhwe enka ho asem. And I believe say banter between Manasseh Azuri Awuni and Jospon no, it shouldn't come in at all. Manasseh are expressing the view. It should leave it at that. But the mechanism mampini ayade. Esan say unya young people to say bad soul boys. Omo hwe say ombe titi gatem. Ombe proper important potemu. Na me hono matia. I think it's something we must encourage. You see, Wafa, many of the youth can say after school munye jumanye. But I think say there are so many issues in this country. The youth can leverage on that and also make money. You see, mampeni yambo na baso. Esan say si ehu youth omo ya ade e de aboa oman no. Na mampeni ka say okay, academy be hia de adwuma no. Ye mamu wheelbarrows, ye mamu praye. Any nyanga bebre am betimi de adwuma na I think say a very very good thing. But the fact is that yen hwe say enso only greater Accra so. Say na of how can na enko across the other 15 regions.
Another group, young boys.
Offer, mamenka asembi say oko Ablekuma Central Constituency. The MC no dia e was say other MMDCs ehwesua. O say o hwe Ablekuma Central ye wa boso kan wo honom. Ye wo Shukura, ye wo Matako, Kaneshi First Light. Efia dokro honom yie pa. Enti o partner with Ghana Prison Service. Ana a prison for na omote ho mo nya hwe no. They pay something small and there is a partnership between the assembly and the prison service. Oma shasi omo ye. Enti prison for ne babonten supervision by the prison service. Na oma boa amanfo no ati go temu ni bibia ho no. Enti I believe say yes yet na ho nko ahwe National Sanitation Day of Amwa. E was here say every time bia no will be able to continue all this particular thing. Enti say share the bylaws of the assemblies now. E ma ho kwan say obi to ball gatem obi the container CBN say here the person must be punished. Enti I was here ye share say MMDA for ni nyina omo hwe say the bylaws they have in the assemblies no they enforce those particular laws. Enti in concluding no I think Mampenyi must be commended strongly of an ambeka assembly
and also encouraged to ensure say you bet me I replicated the bus stop boys model no.
Thank
across.
You see say adie e cost na the papa na you replicate in other regions a boy ankasa a boy in the sense that
Ashanti regional minister Dr. Mwako also does
the same thing. Sure, and I think say if even all the regional ministers fan as a priority project because president say one of the KPIs or the MMDs they say one share na sanitation cost year it is a recipe for your removal as MMDA. Enti omu nyina mbra on board and help say this thing will be solved. Offer adie bi so koso. I think say you are a media person of high repute. You don't tumbia ebeboa. Offer I like education so much. And I believe say you training mofra. You training omu year to be able to become good people in society. Offer something is happening in the education sector. Ya anshan kan ebe hardwin. Offer the career day also from kindergarten, nursery, basic, secondary schools, I think it's something we must check. Because it puts a massive burden on parents in the society. Because you see, Sakwara or kindergartner, what knowledge does the child have as to the career path? A level and see, I was always saying, say, Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Education, and a private schools, they must watch some of these things. Yansha, it has become an avenue in siphoning money from parents. I had been here
because Nkwalano core subject English, maths, science, computing.
Thank you.
It's the English, science, maths, computing. One would have thought say young shepherd do in the 4 core areas or they be they can appreciate something.
Thank you.
They can then expand their scope.
Yes, and move into specific areas. Yes. You see, Obeshana Accra or kindergarten or nursery. Now I was saying I'm call Pam nursing at Ariade Manu or Pam at Manu as a police officer, as a judge, as a lawyer. I believe say
lab coat near the job 170 now
and see, I think it is something but we have not averted our minds to it.
Yes.
Yen regulated this particular then as a put so much burden on parents. A idea of
some papa no can be put together information on that near discussing it thoroughly. We say schools be will not tell you books are about to be here. And once you see 850 cities bra near my books. A book when I'm the manual. I don't know one person of my parent no book crowd they chen bad now because say to your books 850. The answer one for books ama akolani man chance man in suande na just what the abanza. O catch and say book way it cost to 850 and I'm the man abano na ye day. Right. Richard Yamra also Richard of the Movement for Change. Is there Romania bra omu provisional certificate omu beda na dia mo bi ehunu die. Na daily graphic na dia ba. Also National Sanitation Day relaunch. Citizens urge to keep communities clean. And you have a photo of President of the Republic or a donation of assortment of machinery, not machinery, logistics. Bus stop boys. These vibrant young men. Omo ede aprapra. Ahead of Sir President Beye Wino, now omo prapra baby bebrebe yatu omo nka omo social media no so an nkrofo hunu say Pastor Boys bibi omba VIP bi hunu efin bi honom e ba no mo de nkra na koja an ya ba ADAKABRI ye nya no and ADAKABRI hwe no mo prapra ha say that was quite encouraging. Now unia menesa ekobo president abaso say what me abo Pastor Boys na abaso tie was Mr. President. Ghanaians are still waiting for you to act on your promise to discontinue the YEA/Zoom Lion contract and review the many other contracts you promised. The nation must not continue to sink billions into corruption while our nation stinks just because of the interest of one business. It teaches every minute to be na Zoom Lion.
Yo, of ADAKABRI, mefa akwenya wesuna machia me penny for aminu masha or studio area way na machia wankasa so se jumapa we yema omangana nyame omba ohun ban uko a oba de bia no omba ohun ban any wo production team no de bia ye baso this your beautiful pretty ladies no ya ye mbo ma baso bebre ente ya me bo awon fefo na ya omudi ye ba studio no ye bo ma baso pa ya omu yi omuni wo Facebook na obia say they are beautiful ladies a oni omu ye juma ye bo ma baso na mabo Alan Kojo Chiremantending and the entire leadership of the Movement for Change. He said, very soon we are waiting to receive our provisional license. Position here to become the party of choice. The party representing the true aspirations of the people of Ghana. Say, we are not a static nation. Society evolves. And to me, Debiano is supposed to be MPP or NDC. Others must also join, and the way our position who determine how Ghanaians will want to associate themselves with you or they want to disassociate themselves with you. Now, Ben, soon last week, and now, mommy promised, Akwitiano Mubekwa Bano, now the victory I there. But unfortunately, no. And then Ben wants me for victory now, but and to me, Kaino. Me kind say bet we na echo edi anka now we be give me 1,000 cedis but oil mini panty no me Jeffrey ye for o ma me Coca-Cola one bottle pe na fancy ho Yo, Father Kabri. First of all, no, sanitation day that has been relaunched, to me, they may feel say a waste of time, waste of resources, and waste of energy. I don't think Amikasa. Sanitation is about the individuals, the citizens themselves called Ghanaians, Yankasa and I they are improving on our sanitation status as a country. And yet, launching of a sanitation day, ye fanfare, anunum bibi kakra, anumsio, yes, something to the gallery. Na yakase, yare launching a sanitation day, and hoping say the relaunching of the sanitation day will improve on our sanitation as a people of God and country. It's a lie. Why am I saying so? And ne Ghana, and ne ye dahu constructi gata, ye constructi open gutters. And ne ye dahu constructi open gutters, and ne amount for continually pour refuse from their homes. The next stop is putting it in the gutters. And then amount for proper omufie na omusisan ball omusisan nyama. The next place that they are looking for, the nearest available place. Nobody ball ani nyina den egu honu. Nansia, there is a new development of aboboya fuonu. Omo amuchi aboboya a omusisan sisa ball ese won potem. A omuji bibi kakra from house owners no. Omusisan ball anu we are. Omu need proper dumping site bi a omu di ball anu ekwa kogu. Enti obe hu se anajunu no obi mu wo ho a any slightest opportunity omu nya obebi a no omu di ball anu egu ho. Enti aha obetwe mu ene uhu ball abia. Ochi na obefa the same place no. Then there's a heap of refuse there. Where is this refuse coming from? Enti ye stress attitudinal change. Attitude change is the only way you bet me I solve your sanitation problem way. If our attitude is not good, now your way of behaving towards our environment is very poor. The sanitation menace will always be with us. And your best stress instead of say your better say our youth who have gone to the university, who have finished master's degree, who have finished first degree, instead of say about creating sustainable jobs for them, a meaningful job for them, a befitting job for them to do, no, we are here trying to say, instead of they sitting in the house and having nowhere to do, they should be going out and be removing ballers from our gutters. When the supposed educated elite, they throw the refuse in the gutters. Then we are expecting our young boys who are graduates and learned people who are supposed to fill relevant positions and occupy significant positions in this country, where we have industries that are going to absorb them, when they are empowering them into enterprises economy, where we are creating sustainable jobs for them to do. We are here trying to say that we want them to go and be removing gutters. And to me, another movement for change there. We don't have any problem with the president trying to support young individuals who, out of their vulnerability, out of the nothing to do, out of the fact say therefore they are all trying to create some job opportunities for themselves. Now Omatio say from bus stop boys, and then they will go and clean this place. Tomorrow, another group of people will go and litter the same place again. So we take 2 steps forward, let me take 2 steps backward as far as this our sanitation issue is concerned. Of ADAKABRI, Nansia, Mitukwan Kakrai, cause some few African countries. There are some of these African countries that don't themselves a few obibia, but you will not see one open gutter anywhere. Especially in Zimbabwe, you will not see one open gutter anywhere, even in the slum areas. Gutter bibia, gutter fabiano is a covered one. So the chances say, and then they have a central sewage system. And the I can say, Obia sit down organa, this onya manhole. Who sit down organa, sit onya manhole. In some of these African countries, they have a central sewage system. And you can sit down, you don't need to have any manhole yourself. There is a system that is already established for you to just tap into it, then you are good to go. So for Dakabri, it is about our vision and foresight is what will help us to have a clean society. But sir, ad hoc approach way say we supposed to be encouraging the youth to go and be cleaning our gutters. When after cleaning, another group of people go and litter it there. Are we going forward or we are coming backwards?
You encourage your youth to establish businesses within the sanitation sector because
Good.
now Bolano has become a resource, not refuse.
Good.
There's money in that sector.
In that direction there, Mitiwasiese in the sanitation space, there are opportunities that exist that the young ones can do so. But then again, after collecting the waste, where is the end point? That is why the Zoom Lion comes in, because the Zoom Lion is the one that has the sufficient capacity. Say bus stop boys, so ghetto youth boys, so whatever the boys are, no mu titio muhu, no mu sisa baller now. Where is the end point for the baller? That is why we are saying, say Yebeka na Manasseh Azuri, he will be mentioning Zoom Lion, or he will be pointing at Zoom Lion as a Ghanaian company that is milking the people dry and now all exploiting the country there. Then he's getting it wrong, because he is only concerned about his journalism work. Say opesa onjidi na Ghana fonu eka say onu Manasseh Azuri no, he has the country's interest at heart. He is lying. He's also just trying to build a reputation for himself. So we should constantly keep hearing about him in the media space. And today onu can say the government or the president, he's expecting him to do what?
Let me read it to you. Or say he's expecting the president. We are almost there. Or say, thank you for recognizing the bus stop boys. With their bare hands and hearts full of service, they did not need to pay journalists and media houses to show us their impact. We see and appreciate them. And it is heartwarming that you've recognized them at the relaunch of the National Sanitation Day. Beyond their selfless service to Ghana, the bus stop boys have proven that the solution to our sanitation challenges does not lie in the corruption-infested monopoly over government sanitation contract enjoyed by Zoom Lion and its sister company since 2006. Mr. President, Ghanaians are still waiting for you to act on your promise to discontinue the YEA/Zoom Lion contract and review the many other contracts you promised. The nation must not continue to sink billions into corruption while our nation stinks just because of the interest on one business.
The nation must not sink billions into corruption. So what is Azuri insinuating? Is he insinuating say Zoom Lion is a corrupt organization, therefore any money given to Zoom Lion is based on corruption? Is that his assumption? If that is his assumption there, then he Manasseh Azuri say out to America. Encouraging a professor, encouraging to say America no. There are a lot of potential investors there. On pay bimu no mu then braga no be establishing the Zoom Lion model of operation no be. Na NG contract no free Zoom Lion sem no. Na farmer onu Azuri Manasseh and his company. So that we will all know say he has fought Zoom Lion and now the contract has been given to him and his cronies. But if he doesn't have an alternative, then he should shut up.
Oh.
Let's tell Azuri Manasseh to shut up if he doesn't have an alternative.
But the alternative is what the president appeared to be giving to bus stop boys.
Of ADAKABRI, that cannot be an alternative. It's a knee-jerk approach towards solving our sanitation problem. Sanitation problem, no, cancer are eating deep into our public society.
And I say other African countries 29 no. Zoom Lion
Because company be African country be ejuma to another third party contract. No, they will do what we call due diligence. And the information say if Zoom Lion is not delivering on their deliverables per the contract issued by Ghana government to them, which was the basis for their operation, which was the basis for them building the institutional capacity. And then Omaya recognized by other African countries, extending hand to them. How did they manage to get there?
So when we are propping up bus stop boys, does it mean this will go Zoom Lion answer?
Zoom Lion, make us say Zoom Lion, they own to me go no because so good Zoom Lion now. all the work of bus stop boys, whatever the boys will be, it will amount to nothing, because at the end of the day, say you see there is a business model. That means we are trying to convert waste into energy. Isn't that the case? If
waste into resource.
Waste into resource. It could be energy, it could be other byproducts that we can get out of what? Recycling the waste, the rubbers, the plastics, and all these things can be recycled. Okay, so the idea is that without Zoom Lion, there is no end point for all the bus stop boys and everything they will do. Where are they taking the byproduct? I say the byproduct, the finished collected products. No,
when you don't have engineered landfill site.
When you don't have engineered landfill site
owned by any assembly,
owned by any assembly,
government.
Nasia, on my way, you know, I live around Westmore. Today, this morning, for instance, I still saw our women sweeping the streets. So the question I ask myself is that, are these Zoom Lion paid employees or the Gansouth Municipal Assembly? Because that place, when they are all part of Ablekuma Central, Malam Market, and all this, they are all part of Ablekuma North. So I don't know whether Ablekuma North District Assembly was allocated that place for the people to be sweeping or not. But for ADAKABRI, my grasp of the argument is said, sanitation is not a one-day event. To have a clean environment is a one-day juma. Now because say the dark crew AC was a sanitation day. Of ADAKABRI, ubeka obini shop name ewa dabraka. Ube say a hoa ni shop no. Gata na afa omenim ni nyina no. Gata ni nyina I am marked with death. And it is smelling, but they are selling there. That's what I'm telling you, say. Attitude change na movement for change, you know. As 6 clusters na you know, one of the clusters talk about attitudinal change. Because of ADAKABRI, if the citizens don't change their mind towards how we handle our environment there,
okay,
we are wasting time. So
okay.
To conclude on this matter, no, I say, President Abasu say, of course, if young Ghanaians are taking the bold step to do something, and you recognize them, and you decide to at least give them something to motivate them to do more there, papa, yajiatum say why ye to encourage them. But your president until as you say, until we revisit the Tangas days, the old days, where people are punished for littering the environment, and then Ghana obi numsio e woka mu no the two abonti koka obeka cho say who you to know. So now people drink water, they throw it away, but obi ayakom because who koka yebeka say who now you are more Catholic than the Pope. Okay. That is what our society is, how it is today. Until we radicalize our mindset, revolutionize the way we think, and make sure that sanitation, any minute anybody make mistake, we punish you or we fine you. We are not going anywhere.
Right. Richard Suma of the Movement for Change, and our tenant earlier on, Natural Napia Boadi of the National Democratic Congress, and then earlier Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party. Now, prosecution or persecution, former government officials abronye in the cooler. Ediene wumo. Yemra me
Come so to me. Hey, I say, hey, now Becca. Ya John to mommy and San Duku, Portomanto. This way chocolate drink. Nakan or she, Amphibian Suberi new our renia. This way chocolate drink. Nakan, yeah. Oh, I say, we then come on to more. Maybe one wants to share quad ya kahon. Who had your weapon home. Okasa Batatia, and a form one. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a pair, Baba Wari. I say, I said, this way chocolate drink. Yes, Soriano Panunian. Yeah, Bishop Free Genome snack. Yenya ho anu ye de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti anu a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwe se adwede nkrato mu agye atum se eye
cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Special makes makes you feel real good. That refreshing vibe satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Twem so betumi a. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Asew. Udan kawanu tumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kwa dia ka ho. Wo hade a wapi ho. O ka sa batete eda fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Crash up pay baba ware.
Asew.
Ye fi say this way chocolate drink ya sorry anopa no ne yenom ye be hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye
Cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good. That refreshing vibe satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Neat 100.9 FM Suni. Na ene Monday, September 8, 2025. Time just about gone 36 minutes past 3. In the studios, Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party, Nichiren Apia Bodi of the National Democratic Congress, Richard Suma of the National Movement for Change. Movement for Change. Now, prosecution or persecution? Bruno Regional Chairman of the MPP, Kwame Bafwa Bronye, has been arrested. Initially at the police headquarters, then transferred to the Bureau of National Investigations, that is the state security. Breach of peace. Nurturing.
Offer. Offer. The mechanism Ghana as a mine. See, I say, yeah, the Mra Juma. I was a Mra Juma. Secondly, Minya report say achi the Bono regional chairman Kwame Bafwa Bronye no. One thing came into mind say ye kasa as political leaders are ye hwe kasa ye. You see wafa yenim say other countries bi ohonoma kasa on the media space edin tokwa by men kwankwecha Rwanda and other countries close to us, for example the Ivory Coast. Recently Kwame Bafo Abronye ewo a media channel online. I think Ohia TV. Na 1 or 2 days bi amahwe nyema oka no. I believe say ye omanya sebi wo fakase fini kasantwie no e wo se yitu nchen. Of a need FM media house of high repute. I don't think say ye ba na ye kan sema e mo man na ba mo ye kasa wa hanum say. You always correct us. Enti man to say we are prosecuting Abronye. I don't believe it's prosecution. It's persecution. But in terms of the fact that Obekan Sema a bit may breach the peace of this country, no, the agencies of security must pick you up. Over me who this write up from Ghana Web. I say the Bono regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Kwame Bafo, popularly known as Abronye, has reportedly been arrested by the Ghana Police Service. According to reports by cityfmonline.com, details surrounding the reason for his arrest remain unclear. Abronye's arrest comes after he made a formal request seeking political asylum in 8 countries, including Ghana's neighbors, La Côte d'Ivoire, United States of America, France, Italy, Canada, Spain, and UK. You see, say, okay, people are after your life. Now who seek asylum? What he refused to make Ghanaians know, they say, at the intina they are after your life. And who has gone to Abronye's house? You see, say you raise the political tempo in this country. Now you kasa purposely to ensure say yebema the foreign countries, the embassies who say sebe Ghana asumye ni ma. Ye ne sa na ye put the country in jeopardy. Offer essence say ye nim say ye were foreign investors. They are willing to come into the country and invest. I don't believe say anybody will be chasing Abronye say they after his life. I believe say the statement he made saying say yepene kunu yepena chinincho siki asylum no was a bad signal he was sending outside there. Because say u siki asylum, then what you are trying to say is say your life is in danger. People want to kill you. People want to maim you. In creating that particular atmosphere no he should be.
So when you say your life is in danger, people want to kill you, people want to maim you.
Yeah.
If indeed you uttered faithful words to the effect to say, President of the Republic, where you are I
don't even repeat that.
Nah,
you see.
Ne ho kan or ne de eke kan sem IGP na tadeɛ rɔrɔ no. Wo keka we hwɛ yɛ kan. Sabiaku watwe ase bi na ti so Facebook live no kwabenadu. Such a stupid fool, you ADAKABRI anti-MPP. Listen to this.
Is it ADAKABRI?
Such a fool, who maybe anti-MPP. Is it true that the gentleman uttered these words referring to the president?
Is it ADAKABRI? ADAKABRI, I didn't want to repeat what Kwame Bafo said. You see, one thing I heard me about MPP is this particular guy, Kwame Bafo, he has consistently, not only in opposition, in government, going out of government, within his own political party. Otumi kan sema sebi inflame passions. Ahun se nsema guy ne kanu. Se ya nhwa nso ano a de asem kese ebesi. You see, se ufa the IGP. Nimpa order police fo nyina no. Na udi natem, na wo sopa na. Do you expect to sleep in your house and have peace? You see, your freedom. But ADAKABRI, there is something about that freedom can be taken away from you. So the person has the right to go to court and you'll be charged. And say the first gentleman of the land. Say the IGP. Obi other police phone now na see an epe now the hotel. You don't claim say the epeokum. You see, ADAKABRI, the IGP who is leading the police service, Ghana Security Service, the BNI, National Security, they have the right, if they have even suspicion, so dear, not a bed jeopardize a piece, they have the right to come and pick you up and question you. And I believe, sir,
protective custody, sir, President name few, sir, IGP name few. Yeah. Omo pe president na sem.
Thank you, me baho.
Omo pe IGP na sem no. Omo share wakwan mu a what could happen?
Thank you. ADAKABRI say what ti hanum say. Why you do for so many years? There are people who love you. A man for say omo hwe say we be gu hufi. I can say money etia. How much more the president of Ghana? Leading a very big political party now buying and etiso. How much more an IGP or almost all the police under him. Into some of these things, our political landscape, should start calling people out. I don't believe in political discourse of insults. I don't believe in discourse. Thank you.
When Ben so eka say we are around the up. But before Ben comes in, your reaction. Richie Suma.
Yes, sir.
Persecution or prosecution?
It's accountability. Strict accountability. Yes, see, the audiano and no better ubetra. And you know, yema abronye ontia say any political activist ontia say no matter position I will occupy our mind will and no said the ope and beka. We are in a free society, but that doesn't mean said the ope and beka, because some of our utterances can be a threat to the security and safety of the country. And na yentina on my way na abronye. Excuse me to say the way he's going after people, we will also go after him, abronye in particular. Say abronye as he looks like, can stand publicly and insult the president, insult anybody, insult IGP. There, because I'm putting all of them on a scale. That's I'm not going personal. I'm trying to put the president, IGP, and Abronye on one scale and see which one is weightier than the other.
You're right.
Obviously, the president is weightier than Abronye. IGP is weightier than Abronye based on their more achieving in their life and what they have lived for all their years. And to the extra, he said, Minua Ben, of ADAKABRI Uni, Yenina Yeba Studio, Ben Oko UTV, Ben Oko other station, and yes, Ben Wahanti. Ben is an NPP communicator. But one who said Ben was caught personally against any individual other of ADAKABRI because he's intelligent. Or on him there, and he on him say, "Oka sembina eyeni yakrapona." Nanu ya was studio ha, and another NDC guy was here. He was going after Ben, his personality. But Ben avoided it. Yeah, Ben, I saw Ben even holding the guy's hand and chatted with him nicely. Any idea then? Yeah, this see from that. Maun said Nipanu or Nyansan or Nimdie. And the Abronye has been demonstrating over the years to actually say on him Nyansan, on him Nimdie. So if he has been arrested, then the law takes its own course. And secondly, I hear he are written to the foreign embassy say he's being persecuted. Look, they say where your freedom ends, that is where somebody's own begins. And I bring your own say, you see, Brony and I afraid be say elastic limit. That dear I want her crapo now, a elastic limit. Who bending this edu pempen so bia, a bit me then, ebu. And I bring your auntie as you say, even if his government was in power, and no say, Obetimia can the opposite then or Kabia or my way mu. And secondly, your government is not in power. But then again, you feel who was hard to me unfettered rights, a democracy. Everybody is entitled to the opinion. And to the whole person who will allow a country to be run like that. Even if the president was the nicest man on the planet Earth, he must act upon some of these things. If President Dramani Mahama is not acting on some of them, Rebecca say, Onia could draw a bit me and they are ruling on my way. And to your best friend say, Bibia Abronye will be ano on the Mukakra, on Tina Hokakra, Nayasha Semnumu. As far as there's an element of truth, and there's an evidence of his waka, and no interest of ADAKABRI, if people have said worse things in the past, therefore everybody must say what pleases him or her. That doesn't go well or other well for any country in this day and age. And you know, it is not a matter of persecution. It is not a matter of what? Witch hunting. It's a matter of what? Accountability. If me reach me back studio way, na mi be yiya obia, mi be yiya Senior Jackson, mi yiya obia, mi yiya Brajari, I insult everybody. Do you think that it's the right way to go? And don't forget, say, in collab musu tifia, omu tieye, omu sheye, and to say, abronye, na oye a father, na our children. Is that what he's trying to give to his children? Say, as a penny, obetimia sorry na dia opebia obeka or my way, because you are who? A regional chairman of a political party of ADAKABRI, and to assume ye, let us make sure that we crack the whips. Everybody who must be punished must be punished. Who ya Kwanyako? That's why in the Asian countries, no for ADAKABRI, who ya former prime minister, who your former president, if they have to jail you, they will jail you.
Richie Suma of the Movement for Change in the Martin and Neno. Now, Benjamin is sorry of the New Patriotic Party. Benji, persecution or prosecution?
Say share inuya abronye asemwa wako kama no ho abasimia. In all aspects, and who you say, Ubedim Comona, Ubedim Pennyfuate. Wait me at Shrewadring. I will quite be our peso. A bra uni do be at them. The moment I obedi do be at them, and son wait me and make you case, you know. Naturally, as a one, cause I won't believe who was semina, or pesa wakano. So, oh, contrary view, I will be a dia way one. And no nessa would do to dry. Na omma etiefo no omutio no ete wase yie se asem na o counter nipa no eyade a ebetimi aboa medase afa se ne na mpesem chen se wo hwe asem a yenua abro nye kan ya ofa in all aspects ehun hia se we ye communicator we ye political party member. Say udi obi atem ansa na watimi make you case. Say oye ne sa na say wo contrary view to asem na wo pese wo respond to. Na wo di atem didie start ya. Na che say wan kasa believe ne wo pese wo ka. But say wo believe ne say wo ka. Na wo pese Ghana for dodo na ate wase. No mu hu asem na wo respond to no. O was strong evidence. And now was strong view, counter view to near no kana enya timididie. So in all aspects, enikwa say ye di obi atem say nipa ne ye pani and our yakola. To the extent say the first gentleman of the land. Na say ubetimi abie wano aka asem na kire no. Ofa entwa yie na enikwa say so ofa your best studio ana say obi send you message. Na se nipa no insult na wo kaya mete ha na makoma ye meya se obi akaka se ho atia wofa na wofa atimi asa nya kukuduro kai nipa na tem didie no che se ya na ye meya mete ho na mehu ne menya me ho se enikwa se ye masa nkrofo no grounds anase ye ma wo mo no na sem na wo kan ofa nikwa se ye reading in the first place. Na say ye mana hodin bi say waka sem bi na yasa aka asem a enye ne yasa aka na wote hono ma na ye ne de say waka sem bi enye but yasa aka wo mframam ya ne ha me na ye nua abronye me MPP ni me ye communicator eni kwan say ye soso say wadidi panimu bi atem enti ya che no say ye ba ha no ne ye be defend in all aspects atem didie na wudi ye no. And no one soon so as one year do wako baby a wako no. Ofa, ye can say any no. And near many be a sissy woman ha. Ye nya wode condemn ya na. Send ye na manfo bi. E dia tem woman ha. E kaka se feature ye penny for abra no wo opposition no. Ofa ye nya sa wode no. Ye nyan disi from penimfo mo betena e condemn niema na ekoso na na sansem na ye hwe so no enne yete ha yetiminya ewo and this ni e mani didi penimfo atem e didi asante hena atem e didi penimfo atitiru atem wo mamu ha obi entimi condemn no obi eni wonu mo timi condemn no fa. I'm talking about Kevin Taylor. Yes, it's an NDC member. But you don't even have to concentrate. Emma, Ghana ha, and someone Kevin Taylor kawo na fidie so ewo mamu ha nyina no. Who are the beneficiaries? Waka sam na waka de ma wa mo. Waka NDC nya ho mfaso. So NDC don't have the balls to condemn Kevin Taylor and Samuel Walker because omo ene beneficiary. Na say yeso so sa nneema no so na nne abedu sa amire ya. Me metena ha nka say obi aye bi a antwa yie, emire bi a atwam. Nti say na wo so wanya opportunity na esese wo da suban na enipa ne da na di na ye yesusu se ntwa yie no. Wo so kwa ko repeat the same thing. Yes sir na che say ye koya na say ye ba. Ye building democracy na say ye building individual shall sa wo pesa wo yemi ehu say wo no wo ne fra Kevin Taylor wo ne fra wa bronye wo e na wo ka wasem of ye nya politics sa eti ye besre ye ma ye kasa honte ye ma ye kasa ye susu kasa tiampanimfo President Mahama me wo ye mebusuani aka mepe IGP ansa na obetimi passing through the rank na waba be ye IGP wo mamu ha no ofanya position ketwa na wutimi se woni nipa na nyadwen wa ye bibi onti ase a eno nche ne se wudi natem no for persecution na wo kan ho asem no de yade a this government buy koso pa eno a me ne wo kasai mo se mo hwehwe abronye the national security ransake mosisabo fie in the name of Samuel Abronye. Of I know your prosecution, na your persecution. Abronye Moses Sabona, Moko ni fie, at the armament, honum more than 50 people. Ye, there be Samuel Abronye. Does it even make sense? Samuel will be intelligently, no, Munya Pekeye, Namubet Mia will be fie, just like that. Samuel will be. Is it right? Nti nipa na moko ni fie no ne mma ene na busuafo na wo no trauma be na mo de ama wo mo because mo rera abronye nti obi a woni abronye ye free bia no mo be ko ni fie na mo akwa hwe nana so sabronye ye bibi na se entwakwam na se ye nyina ye kasati a mo nhwehwe abronye na mo nyi wo mo fufa ho no enfrim because Moses abo onya abronye ena Moses abo NBA studio mfa ma abronye and as a mo hwehwe abronye na se mu hu na esese mu ko Moses abofie na mo ko hwehwe abronye. What is that? That is where the persecution comes in because akwa say otaihunu bi ekoso enti se obi ye bibi kura na nhwe yi a yamfa nsai obi fofora wo ka ho yenya sa ne ma no
my nuane mrem
enti mesra
whether you are equalizing or you are
just about so.
No, offer.
So.
Yes, you can say me ya equalization because Satan na wo ye NDC ni no I will be can asem no e di asem na wo ka fa ho I ne wo bi aka asem ho enye I will condemn no. Did you condemn first instance na ba no condemn me ye
the okas what you say
Matthias over
okay over
my man put some few things on record say minya be man can say bia nya no kre he knows and I'll say clearly say he lied completely say Kevin Taylor NDC ni he knows he's not an NDC member. Enti obi oka asembia MPP nya so mfa so obi MPP ni ana. Ye betra studio we must be fair to the fact and not throw things out there. Say NDC ni ntino asan obeka bia no NDC na benefit here. He has put on record say he has been a member of the MPP before. A card-bearing member. So if you come here and say NDC ni na sebi it's either you don't know or you're being mischievous. Osanso ka say Omoko Moses Abofie. Yes, they went there. See, Pobine enya intelligence he may be in your house, no matter. Does it amount to any persecution? You see, offer many ways sign pain.
When you are harboring a named fugitive,
yes,
it may be an offense.
Thank you
for harboring such a person.
Thank you. So if people the agencies feel say the likely place of Bekoya Ufie ni Abahodoma. Does it warrant so Beka say Sebe ne ma Ufie ni say into they shouldn't have gone there. The police have the right to go anywhere when they suspect they can get a suspect from there. Into that particular issue, I don't know why he's talking about that. You see, Wafa, say you condemn Kasafi, Kasa Sebe, a huntia. We must condemn it holistically. He is saying, say, a BSC pain. Say, BSC pain, when are we going to stop all these things? Offer me, I don't think, say, who make you a pointer, you must insult to make your point. I don't believe in those things. Because sebi Ghana for no mutie no, they are discerning. Say if you are making sense in the point you are putting across, they know. And I believe say there comes a time I was here say people who make their political points are we must call them out. Did they bring we are condemning that.
Let's find out from Richie Suma whether Ghana are benefited from equalization from political opponents and
No, ADAKABRI you benefited from it. Nothing that they be say because fight no has always between NDC and NPP no. Omunyina omo say nye NDC a ebe NPP. Enye NPP a ebe NDC. Enti na omo taking omani nyina for granted. Omo taking citizens nyina for granted. Enti the obeka bia no na we akofa old issue archive 1950 something issue Ediaba to justify something that is happening in 2025. Is that how we rule a country? Is that how we live as a people? And today, that media for us here, that Ghana for us say, as ye kasa no, yet the movement for change for no, any political party no, they are listening to us. And then ukasa everywhere we go, they say, oh, you guys, at least you are speaking our mind. Mukasa to say, you are speaking for the good people of this country. And to abasu. Now that media for no so as say they are giving us the opportunity say we should also contribute to the subject matter for discussion. If that is not the case, these two group of people they'll always be playing this dirty game with us. And the dirty game of equalization, in fact, we end by the bia endemic of ADAKABRI and then Sasembi CCCR globally. Now they say all logistical transfers, everything has come to a halt for about 2 months of ADAKABRI. 2 months. Do you think Ghana as a country we can survive? We cannot survive because we are not self-sufficient in one subsector of the Ghanaian economy. You have been sitting in this studio for several years. Mention one subsector of Ghanaian economy, i.e. health, education, agriculture, whatever the subsector is. Mention it and tell me that we are self-sufficient, self-dependent. No. But they be a boy abasu and now we are the best in Africa. We are the gateway to Africa. When that time comes, we realize that we have never been the gateway to Africa, but we have been the exit gate. Because all countries are moving faster.
Final comment.
And to me, final comment is say, yeah, party na eba betino. We are positioning ourselves to be better party na yetino. Yeah, positioning yahu as a party of choice, the best alternative, so that if next time you see a party for us in Ghana, we should be able to mention the party that represent them. And to Muntrain, we did the next coming weeks no mubeti yenka no be on better than obeka yehu na ye Ghana and ye krabeshwe.
Bennett, Richie Suma of the Movement for Change. Benesari of the MPP, final comment.
Say Inuya Abronye wan kaseyi asem na okan ye no eniko ase ye so nti we de ebesre say president ene mpanimfo e ka biewum omo temper
yeah fafi in China
if he has breached the law
no problem me ni problem but
ono ankasa that faithful words no you play back at him.
Yes,
is it like
any
present how you even think
any present say obetimi aka sansem no e dey afa empanimfo ho sa
asa wotiwo na empanimfo nyina ani na you play back at him obetimi justify
ontimi ofa ontimi
final comment
ono kan ye no kra no emwa nti ye nsoso sa na man so ye say ye ntwe ye hu free atem didie ho a emwa
nemo you make a choice of the four in the studio. Make a choice.
Final comment. Media for the moi. E can make say Tisiano, a man for Sebi omu throw fire. Omo can sema ye finu. And they invite them more to studios.
Wednesday, the President of the Republic is meeting up with the Ghanaian media.
Thank you.
Hoping to speak to Ghanaians through the Ghanaian media.
If the media start putting embargo on people who come and spew lies, who come and talk against your leaders, I think they'll reason. Because you see, and papa, meaning can say, and so how will you feel, say, Obati fee, Now we cancel meet your president. Meaning, I can say, put the 3 people on the same scale. IGP, the president Abronye. Mean to me, Munipa. Mean because only nipa there. But if you brand for me, you know where now they compare Bronya. Thank you. Thank you.
As a police officer.
Oba crack and now T or Man FM. Oshe Peter B Barbontin. Now they compare ADAKABRI upon.
And so you make you make a choice of offense and therefore now you're going to now you're the accord. What you do for man? Okay. Okay, my guests are making choices. And until Benjamin Esari is making a choice of 4 ladies in the studio, and Nichiren Apia Buadi also to make a choice of the 4 in the studio. Richie Suma, Nichiren.
I'm going for Abronye.
Richie, make a choice.
Blue jacket.
Who is in blue? Blue jacket. Oh, okay. So the surplus red, I will take it.